It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school sports night on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and WDADradio.com. A high school basketball doubleheader featuring the Indiana Little Indians. Tonight's game is sponsored by Hutton Blues Insurance, Indiana Regional Medical Center, Good & Associates, Luther Ford Lincoln, S&T Bank, Young & Associates, Crimson Wealth Management, Marion Center Bank, the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, and by First Commonwealth Bank. Now let's go courtside for high school basketball on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and WDADradio.com.
And good evening, everybody. We welcome you to 5th Street Gym for tonight's Indiana High basketball doubleheader. Tonight, both the boys and girls Little Indians return after splitting a doubleheader on the road at Kiski area Tuesday night. And tonight, they face two different opponents. The girls will start things off. They battle the Hempfield Spartans. And the boys in the nightcap will face the always strong Armstrong Riverhawks. Coming to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth, S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. Glad to have you along. Jake Slobodnik joining you. Our third and final Indiana High doubleheader of the season. Can't believe we're already at this point, but it feels like this season is just flying by. And we are getting set for tonight's girls basketball matchup. Indiana Hempfield. Indiana 5-1, 2-0 in the section. They are winners of their 5 most recent games, and they put their 5-game winning streak on the line tonight as they battle the 5-1 Hempfield Spartans, who have yet to play a section game here at 5th Street Gym. Spartans won their past 3 games, with their most recent win coming Tuesday night against North Hills in a 52-39 battle. Sarah Podko led Hempfield scorers that game with 11 points. Ashley Hosney and Ali Cervola each added 10. Indiana, though, they come off a 40-21 win over Kiski area Tuesday, a game where, again, they used a big second quarter en route to the win. They outscored the Cavaliers 15-3 in that second frame. And Bella Antonacci, she had a big hand in that game. 17 points. Cassie Boyer, she exceeded from both in the floor and underneath the hoop. 13 points, 6 rebounds for her. And the biggest thing, Indiana's defense, headlined by several sophomores, limited Abby Johns, the top scorer for Kiski area, to just 3 points that entire game. All 3 coming in that second half, so a big defensive effort for Indiana. They used cat and mouse tactics throughout the rest of the second half, just sort of eating away at the clock, hence the small score. They did their damage early in the first half, and then they just sort of played defense. They allowed the offense to rest a little bit in that second half, gearing up and hopefully getting them back to 100% for tonight. Looking at Hempfield, they're under first-year head coach Bob Madison. He leads a young but mighty Spartans team in 2023. 9 freshmen are in the program. He also returns 3 seniors, Hosney, Podko, and Riley Dunn. Among his staff, for those that are from Indiana County might recognize this name, Rena Enterline, the former Blairsville Bobcat sensation. She's his assistant after spending time as a player at Seton Hill. So a lot of hometown roots coming your way in tonight's game. Indiana, a 5-game winning streak. They put that on the line tonight against the Hempfield Spartans, who have won their last 3 and are 5-0. Coming up at the top of the hour, it's going to be Indiana Hempfield, and we can't wait to bring it to you here as we continue with our pregame coverage. And Coach Michael Franciscus knows that this is a pretty big battle, and it's so big he's even donned the periwinkle suit tonight. And we'll catch up with him, get his thoughts on the matchup tonight, and just talk about some of the other things that went into Tuesday's win against Kiski area. All that and more coming up next as we count down to tip-off. And our coverage of Indiana and Hempfield tonight is presented by the Indiana Regional Medical Center. Better health, better life. Coach Franciscus next on WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Hi, I'm Garrett Grieg, your local mortgage banker at S&T Bank. At S&T, we know there is no place like home for the holidays. Let us help you get into the home of your dreams this holiday season. Visit me at one of our Indiana County offices to learn more about our mortgage options. You can also visit us at stbank.com or by calling 800-325-2265. Wishing you a joyful holiday season and a prosperous new year. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Luther Ford, make the holidays bright with huge savings on a new Ford. Right now, lease a new 2023 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4, just $433 a month. Or drive off in a new 2024 Ford Edge SE all-wheel drive, now only $420 a month. Both no money down. Wow, that will make your holiday bright. Luther Ford, 2 locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway Evansburg. Ask for details.
This is Attorney Patrick Doherty. I am pleased to announce the addition of Attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to assist with your criminal law, estate planning, family law, and real estate needs.
Does your car need attention? Then head to AMCO of Indiana. They're your total car care headquarters. Whether it's keeping that car running or getting it inspected, trust the AMCO team for all your automotive needs. AMCO of Indiana, Oakland Avenue in Indiana.
WDAD Indiana.
And we're back on the pregame show with head coach Michael Franciscus, his team gearing up, looking for their 6th straight win against the Hempfield Spartans. And, Coach, take me through the past 5 games. I don't think many people, and yourself included, might have expected a 5-game winning streak right out of the gate, but really, going back to what you said last time we chatted, cohesion was the big thing, and it carried over in that Tuesday win against Kiski area. It all just played out on the court.
Absolutely, yeah. We definitely had great cohesion on Tuesday night. Definitely played the best we've played all season over at Kiski. We executed, and the girls played really well as a team yet again, and that was the key to picking up our 5th straight win and looking for the 6th one here tonight.
Another big second quarter for you guys. After Penn Hills, where you scored 19 unanswered points, you outscored the Cavaliers 15-3 in that second quarter. Is it drawn up by design that you take advantage of that second quarter, or is it just happened by chance?
I think we just find our footing and we find out what's working, and we do a really good job of recognition as the game goes on. And just like throughout the season, that we have played our best game every time. Like, we've played 6 games now, and every single game we've played so far has been our best one yet. I think that the same thing happens throughout games as we just kind of, find our footing and continue to get better throughout the game. And really, by the end of it, we're doing exactly what we need to do to secure the victory.
When you and I talked before the game Tuesday night against Kiski area, one of the big things that you mentioned was limiting Abby Johns, the Cavaliers' proficient shooter. You did just that. You held her scoreless in the first half and only to 3 points in that second half alone. And really, a lot of the sophomores stepped up, Addie Hutton included, to limit her. I think that just is somewhat of a testament to what this defense can truly do. Yeah,
Addie Hutton and Emily Ferraro did a really good job containing her, and that was their specific assignment on defense. Then the rest of our team defense, like I mentioned before the game, the team defense needed to be good behind them, and they all executed a very good system to be able to limit her to just 2 points. But really, all the credit goes to the entire team and the way that they had their primary assignment and the secondary assignment as well to make that happen.
One of the people that we never really talk about, it seems like, is Belly Antonacci. She just took charge that game, took charge in the past couple of games, really. She was our Gooden Associates good player of the game. What's it like from your point of view, watching her out on the court, leading this team both on and off the floor?
Yeah, I definitely trust her out there on the court and off the court to lead us in a good direction. She's a great senior leader, and I think that she really had a breakout game, and that was a huge part of our, breakthrough in the second quarter. As Bella controlled the game for us, and it really ended up putting us in a good position to win. And she continued to do that, throughout the entirety of the rest of that game, and she's been doing it throughout the season. She's really a great leader for us, and we are, definitely lucky to have her.
Looking to tonight, Coach, you go up against the Hempfield Spartans, and in my opinion, this seems like the biggest challenge of the year for you guys so far. Just like you, they're 5-1, haven't played a section game yet, but they're on a bit of a roll. Can you scout up the Spartans for us here tonight?
I think that they are a very good all-around team, okay? I think that, offensively, they have a ton of threats. They are a deep team. They have threats on the interior and on the perimeter. I think that it's going to come down to team defense again, and obviously always rebounding. And offensively, or defensively, Hempfield, yet again, they're going to, play a very good defensive system, and they have great athletes. And at the end of the day, okay, they're a great team. And we just hope that we can execute to the best of our abilities to play, yet again, game number 7, hopefully play our best game yet.
Last thing for you, Coach, before you head off into a Christmas tournament, this would probably be the final game of 2023, not counting those Christmas tournaments. You do it on your home court. Does that sort of add an extra factor of motivation for you guys?
I think so. I think Hempfield's a very quality opponent, and it's a game that we feel like that we really we really need to win, just like the rest of them. We really want to make sure that, we defend our home court and that we always play to the best of our abilities and keep the winning streak going, just keep it rolling. We definitely feel like I said, Hempfield's a good team, and it's a team that we want to compete with here tonight. We want to play good competition, and this is a great non-section game for us to make that happen. Absolutely, Coach. Well, best of luck tonight. Go get win number 6. Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it. Coach Michael Franciscus of the girls basketball team. More of our pregame show next on WDAD.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
It's time for the holidays, a time for friends and family, a time for joy and warmth, a time to share. At First Commonwealth Bank, we look forward each year to this magical season and invite you to join with us and share the warmth with friends and neighbors throughout our communities to make this a brighter, merrier season for all. I'm Dave Reed, wishing you and yours a very safe and happy holiday from all of us at First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC.
Since 1922, families in the Blairsville area have put their trust in the Ferguson Funeral Home to care for their loved ones. They also sell granite and bronze cemetery memorials. Give them a call for a free quote. Ferguson Funeral Home and Monument Company, Blairsville, Pennsylvania, 724-459-7611.
How's the air quality in your home? Harmful dust, pollen, and high humidity can adversely affect the air we breathe. Lennox has a complete line of air purifier products, including a whole house dehumidifier that can make breathing easier and healthier. Call Davis Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana for more information on Lennox air purifiers. Davis Brothers, PA license number 2526.
AM 1450 WDAD.
Getting you ready for Indiana Hempfield girls basketball action here on WDAD. Jake Slobodnik joining you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. We're just getting our starters in now, so we'll bring those to you here in just a moment. But before we do, I want to let you know that if you need urgent care, head on over to Urgent Care at MedExpress, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana. There's also Urgent Care at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, now open and open 7 days a week from 8 till 8 for the treatment of minor injuries and illnesses. And the staff at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge and MedExpress and the Indiana Regional Medical Center want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a very happy and healthy holiday season. Again, looking at tonight's matchup, both teams 5-1 overall. Indiana 2-0 in the section, Hempfield 0-0 in the section. And the Spartans have won their past 3 games, whereas Indiana has won their past 5. So, battle 2 hot teams here tonight at 5th Street Gym. Glad to have you along. Just a reminder, coming up after the first game, we got the boys of Indiana High. They're battling Armstrong, the Riverhawks. They are 5-1 on the season. Indiana boys suffering a tough blow Tuesday night, a game which they turned the ball over 30 times, that is. And there were 40-plus total turnovers in the game, so they accounted for at least 80% of them. And Coach Greg Lozanik, will chat with him before that game. But for now, it's the girls here on this 21st day of December. This will be the final regular season game of 2023 prior to the St. Joseph's tournament for either schools, for either Indiana teams, I should say. And first game of January will be at Greensburg-Salem at 7:30 on the 3rd. We will not be there, but if you are planning on going out to support them, we encourage you to. And again, you're listening to Indiana High Basketball on your home for Indiana High Basketball and Indiana Athletics, WDAD. Garrett Clark is our studio engineer tonight. We thank him for helping us bring this coverage of Indiana High Basketball to you here tonight. He is here for both of them. And I think I see Josh Rosenberger from the 700 shop walking in to take in a basketball game here tonight. And we thank him so much for allowing our Renda Media staff to broadcast live from the 700 shop last week for our Teddy Bear Fund Drive Collection Week. And if you still want to make a donation to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, you can mail it to Renda Media at 840 Philadelphia Street in Indiana. Checks made payable to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive proceeds go towards child health care at the Indiana Regional Medical Center and Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. Introduction of starting lineups for tonight start with the Hempfield area Spartans under the direction of first-year head coach Bob Madison. Took over for Tom Brush. He sends out the starting five of the following. A sophomore forward, number 25, Gabriella Casilla. A junior forward, number 22, Mia Shipman. A junior guard, number 10, Allison Cervola. A senior guard forward, number 2, Ashley Hosney. And a senior guard, number 5, Sarah Podkol. Podkol, the top scorer in the Spartans' most recent win over North Hills, 52-39. She had 11 points in that one. And for the Indiana High Little Indians under the direction of first-year head coach Michael Franciscus, he sends out the starting five of the following. A sophomore standing 5'8", number 22, Addie Hutton. Sophomore standing 5'6", number 1, Julia Antonacci. A sophomore standing 5'9", number 11, Lakin Kugler. And two seniors standing 5'10", number 33, Cassie Boyer. 6 rebounds last time out against Kiski area. And Bella Antonacci, a 5'6" senior wearing number 13, rounds things out. She was the leading scorer with 17 points against the Kiski area Cavaliers, and she was our Good Associates Good Player of the Game. Stay tuned, as in our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show, we will name our Good Associates Good Player of the Game. Finishing the introductions, we'll have the national anthem in just a moment. And we just want to welcome you back inside our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking, member FDIC. They've been instrumental in sponsoring our broadcast booth over the past how many seasons. And we'll have basketball action for you after the national anthem. And Claire Stewart, who played the cello for the national anthem a couple times last year, is back. We'll crank the mic and we'll catch her rendition of the national anthem on the cello. Claire Stewart, known basketball player and celloist in her sophomore season, kicking things off tonight. And the first person to greet her after it, Coach Michael Franciscus. Our officials for tonight, I'll get those for you here in just a second. Frank Garitano, Don Fletcher, and Dave Franzi. Dave Franzi, final official for tonight. Hempfield comes in dressed in all blue uniforms with black numbering and white trim. Indiana comes in their home white uniforms with red numbers and black trim. Hempfield will start left to right across your radio dial or listening device. Indiana will go right to left. And we got confirmation that we got media timeout, so they know we're here. The worst thing in the world is when they don't know we're here. But as somebody who was treated as an outcast in high school, I'm used to it. Hey, you got to learn to laugh at yourself. Cassie Boyer will go up for the opening tip-off tonight. And opposing her, Mia Shipman. Ball's up in the air. And it's into the hands of Hempfield, and we're underway. 7:58 and counting here in the first quarter. 6:04 our official tip-off time tonight. Ashley Hosney will take it up top. Trying to work that right side, instead back to Hosney on the left. And Sarah Podkol took a pass on the left side, but her foot was on the line. She's out of bounds. First turnover of the game, and we've only played 14 seconds. Lakin Kugler will inbound the ball to Julia Antonacci for the first time tonight. Julia brings it across the timeline at half court, trying to evade Hosney. Addie Hutton on the left lane goes up hard, kisses it off the glass, and we have our first points. Addie Hutton. And now up 2-0. Indiana goes back to work on defense. Hosney with it up top, looking to the right side for Allison Servola. Her and Hosney are going to throw it back and forth. Podkol taking a shot, now back to Hosney. On the right, Servola. They're looking for something inside, but instead Podkol's going to get it on the left and fire a three, and she makes it. 3-2 Hempfield. Indiana trailing by 1 as a minute is played here at 5th Street Gym. Cassie Boyer on the left side taking the pass from Julia Antonacci. Dishes it out. Hutton not blasting a three. Dishing it out. Julia Antonacci from the three line on the left, and nothing but net. 5-3 Indiana. Julie had a couple three-pointers against Kiski, and she's bringing it back home. 6:42 to go in the first. It's 5-3 Indiana. To the center of the key, Podkol up Hosney on the top. Servola to the center of the key. Driving is Casilla. Here's Hosney from the left elbow. No good. Fired it a little too hard off the rim. Julie Antonacci comes down with the rebound, fires it to Bella up court, coming off a 17-point performance against the Cavaliers on the road. Julia instead takes the handoff, working that right side, but is cut off by Hosney. From the corner, she backs it out. Here's Bella up top. Hutton and Boyer up top to her left. But Bella's going to try to drive from the right post, drifting to the left. Shot's no good. It's a fight for the ball, and coming down with it is Servola. Looking up court. Podkol for three. It's no good. Hutton comes down with a defensive rebound. She's going to take it across half court. She's outnumbered 3-1. Driving the center lane, goes up. Shot's good, but it's negated by an offensive foul. Turnover, Indiana. First foul for Addie Hutton tonight. That was a good take for Hempfield, as now they still only trail by 2. 5:49 and counting in the first quarter. Indiana ahead by 2 in the opening minutes. Podkol up top. Hosney, her and Podkol just going to throw it back and forth, trying to look something open. Casilla will set the screen, looking inwards. No good, and it's intercepted by Boyer. Hempfield commits their second turnover. Bella Antonacci taking the pass, trying to drive the right lane. Steps back at the right elbow, driving the left, dishes to the left corner. Hutton fakes a three, driving inward from the baseline, and her little blooper is good. 7-3. Hutton leads all scorers with 4 points. It's 7-3 Indiana, 5:16 to play in the first. Servola to the left, and that one's intercepted by Bella Antonacci. Taking it across half court, going up hard from the right, off the glass, and it's in. 9-3 Indiana. After falling behind 3-2, Indiana has jumped out to a 7-0 run over the middle minutes. 4:57 and counting as they lead at 9-3. Podkol looking to close the gap with a three ball, and she nails it. Her second of the game. It's 9-6. Spartans are right back in it. 4:46 to go in the opening frame. Julie Antonacci across half court, finding Hutton, who's way up top on the right side, trying to create something inside. She picks up her dribble. Handoff goes to Bella Antonacci. Hutton buys her some space for a few seconds. She steps back, pops a three, head on, and that one's good. 12-6. Bella Antonacci from long range, 4 3-pointers in this quarter. 4:22 to go. Indiana with a 12-6 lead. Servola on the right, up top. Hosney looking to the center of the key. Nothing there. Her and Servola just going to throw it back and forth. Hosney, pass to the left, almost out of bounds, but instead Podkol's going to step on the line again. Fourth turnover for Hempfield. The stoppage will allow number 1, Madeline Pavarnik, to check in. Pavarnik in her sophomore campaign listed as a guard. First substitution of the game, and Indiana has it with 4:05 to go. Here in this first quarter, they lead it by 6. 12-6 the score. Julie Antonacci to the right side for Addie Hutton, looking up top, crossing over. Defense trades assignments, and instead the pass goes to Boyer. Beats her defender for the moment, goes up hard from the left, and gets it to roll around the rim and in. 14-6, Cassie Boyer finds the stat column. Pavarnik Pavarnik straight off the bench. Looking to the right, pass is tipped, but Pavarnik's right there to corral it. Servola on the right, fending some heavy defensive pressure from Bella Antonacci, and whistle's going to blow. And that'll be the first personal foul for Bella Antonacci, and that should bring a stoppage on the court. And we do. 3:34 to go in the opening period. Indiana with a 14-6 lead over the Hempfield Spartans. We're back in a moment on our IRMC High School Basketball Sports Night on WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
I'm Jay Blues. Hutton Blues Insurance is proud to support high school basketball.
I'm Shannon. We're excited to sponsor the Hutton Blues 3-for-3 promotion again this season.
Cheer on Indiana County boys and girls to make a lot of three-point shots this season.
For every three-pointer, we'll donate $3 to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, up to $3,000.
So here's to a lot of made three-pointers and wins for our area teams.
And remember, for all of your insurance needs, think Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
Classic Hits 1450
WDAD.
14-6, Indiana with the lead over Hempfield with 3:34 to go in the first quarter. Coming to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth, S&T Bank People Forward Banking. Hempfield with the ball, take it out right beside Indiana's bench. Prior to the break, Bella Antonacci tagged for a defensive foul. Pavarnik will take the inbound pass, looking for Servola. Now in the left corner, Podkol is a wide open three, but it's too far left. Julia Antonacci comes down with the rebound. 3:22 across half court. Looking at the left side, here's Bella Antonacci. Trying to cut inside, but is cut off by the defense. She'll regroup back up top. Matching up with Podkol to the left. Here's Cassie Boyer faking it, beats a defender, driving to the left. Instead, dishes it off to Kugler, and the bucket's good. 16-6. Indiana has their first double-digit lead of the night. At 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, it's 16-6. Pavarnik on the opposite end of the floor, finding Servola. Looking to the left, there's nobody there. Pavarnik now back to Servola. Cross-court pass to the left corner for Podkol. It goes out of bounds. Fifth turnover for Hempfield. Pair of substitutions for Hempfield as Katarina DeVito, and Gabriella Casilla will re-enter the floor. Indiana now looking to extend their double-digit lead. 16-6 they lead, 2:40 to go in the opening frame. Bella Antonacci finds Julia on the left side. Addie Hutton, a defender foul. They had a wide-open Cassie Boyer down low for a moment, but they regroup. Lakin Kugler on the right side, firing it up top to Julia Antonacci, now finding Bella. Spartans trying to close in on Bella Antonacci. She gets off a pass to Addie Hutton. Look toward the center of the key for Cassie Boyer, nothing there. They regroup back up top. Julia and Bella fire off a couple passes. Pass ends up in Addie Hutton. Now down to the left post for Cassie Boyer. Dishes it out to a wide-open Antonacci for three. Too far off the back iron. Bella on that shot attempt. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 16-6 Indiana. Hempfield goes back to work. Ball's poked free, but Julia Antonacci is going to get tagged with a foul. That's Julia Antonacci's first personal foul of the night. Third for Indiana. Spartans have no fouls this quarter. Looking underneath for the inbound pass, looking for Hosny. It is pickpocketed and intercepted by the Little Indians. Antonacci, Bella that is, will take it end to end. Looking to cross lanes, instead fires to Julia for a three ball. It's too hard off the back iron. Kugler fighting for the rebound. She comes down with it, and then they're going to call a jump ball as soon as she had possession. Her and Hosny went up for it. Kugler won it for just a split second. Fortunately for Indiana, possession arrow points in their favor. 1:49 to go in the opening frame. It's 16-6. Little Indians with a lead. Julia finds Bella on the inbound pass right. Now back to Julia in the right-hand corner. 4-3, it's no good. Too short off the side iron. Boyer right there on the offensive rebound. Shot attempt too far under the basket. It's no good. And on the rebound is Casilla for Hempfield. And now with a three attempt, no. DeVito with a fake. And then right in front of the Indiana bench, she's called for a walk. 7th turnover of the quarter for Hempfield. So now Indiana, again, with 93 seconds to go in this first quarter. They lead at 16-6, looking to take advantage and continue to separate this score here in this first quarter. Bella Antonacci with it up top, fires Addie Hutton on the right. Takes a dribble, finds Julie Antonacci. Almost intercepted, but hard enough pass finds Julia's hands. Cassie Boyer ends up with it in the left baseline. Driving, spins out of danger, fires to Julie on the arc. Now across the court to Addie Hutton. Quick dish down to the right post for Kugler. She goes up hard. It's no good. Follows her shot, gets the rebound, the putback, and a whistle. Clock stopped at 1:01, and Lincoln Kugler will go to the line to shoot 2. Fouls charged to Katerina DeVito. First personal foul for DeVito. First foul of the game for Hempfield as Kugler goes to the line. Front end no good, a little too short. Looking to make it a 50% trip and make it an 11-point game. Kugler fires up the second, and that one sinks through with ease. 17-7, Indiana's lead it. Driving the right is Podkul. Her layup contested, it's no good. And now with 51 seconds, Indiana slows down the pace. They go back to work. Julia and Bella fire it to each other up top. Addie Hutton on the right side looking for Boyer on the right post. Nothing there. They instead find Kugler at the foul line. A dribble, dishes to the corner. Hutton for 3. It is no good. Julie Antonacci, though, went up for the rebound. She's called for a rebounding foul. Second turnover for Indiana. And Coach Franciscus will make a substitution onto the floor. Junior number 32, Stella Stossel. That's her first appearance of the night. Julie Antonacci will have a seat. 33 seconds and counting. It's 17-6 Indiana over Hempfield in the inaugural quarter. Madeline Pavarnik looking for the right. Ball stripped for the moment, but picked up by Podkul, who was in the area. Now to Pavarnik. Left corner, looking for the left post. Ball's tipped, but it ends up in Kosia's hands. And now a shot attempt almost stolen away by the Indians. Pavarnik up top, 3-ball on the way by Hempfield. It's no good. Second chance. They don't take advantage of it. Lakin Kugler comes down with the defensive board. 5 seconds. Antonacci gets it across. Hutton fires a 3 with 2 seconds to go. It's no good. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Indiana able to take a little bit of momentum into the second. They lead at 17-6 on an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD.
The engineering firm of Young & Associates is proud to sponsor high school athletics. With offices in Indiana, Katanning, and Johnstown, Young & Associates is a full-service engineering, surveying, and design firm for private, public, and municipal entities, covering Western Pennsylvania, delivering solutions in a timely and cost-competitive manner. To see how they can be of service to you, go online to WJYAengineers.com.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. The same can be said for the game of life. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, income, renters, motorcycles, and IRAs? When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency can develop a game plan just for you. For a comprehensive insurance review, call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, 1359 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, because it's always something.
WDAD Indiana.
Indiana girls with a 17-6 lead over Hempfield after one quarter. Second set of 8 on the board, and we're ready. Indiana still at their bench in the huddle. And here they come on the court. They threw the ball in. Indiana almost late to the action. Underway in the second quarter, Podkul brings it across. For Servola looking to the left side. Shipman will give it back up top to Servola. Now to inside for Hosny, who fires it from the foul line. No good. Kugler rips it out of her hands for the rebound. Indiana, strong defensive effort there. They're going to fire it on the opposite end. Stella Stossel with it in the left corner after taking a couple of passes. Hutton to the left elbow for Bella Antonacci. Trying to make something work. Steps back. Corner 3 coming, and she hits it. Not your traditional three-pointer, but Bella Antonacci, he's hit it a couple of times tonight. It's 20-6 in the opening seconds of the second. And right down on the opposite end, Lakin Kugler, another steal. 8th turnover of the half for the Spartans. Cassie Boyer drives the right post, dishing it out to Hutton. Faking a shot as Antonacci at top. She fires it from 15 feet. It's no good. And Hosny tried saving it. It's no good. Indiana maintains possession as Kennedy Nelson checks into the game for Hempfield. 56 seconds gone in this second quarter. It's 20-6 Indiana, looking to continue to pile on the gas. Stella Stossel will take it out of bounds from the baseline right. Inbound pass goes to Antonacci in the left corner. She's going to take a couple steps inward. She's double-teamed, dishing to Boyer, fakes a shot. Now to Stossel on the arc. Back to Boyer in the right corner, looking for something. Instead gives it back. They're going to regroup up top with Bella Antonacci. To the left, here's Addie Hutton. Kugler camped out at the foul line. Looking to create something open inside. Instead, Stella Stossel has it on the right. Back up top, Bella. Fakes down low, finds Addie Hutton on the left arc. Shades of what they did Tuesday. They just sort of kept passing it around the arc, waiting for the defense to come to them. Antonacci driving left. Little bit of a gap, goes up hard, little floater, and it's good. Coach Madison wanted a foul down low, nothing good. 22-6 Indiana with the lead, 6:20 to go. Right corner for Hempfield is Pavarnik. She fires up a three, it's no good. Trying to save it, no good. Indiana has it. Addie Hutton takes it across half court, 6:05 to go. Up top, Hutton to Stossel on the right. Up top for Antonacci. Defense will collide on her as she takes a couple steps back. Cassie Boyer trots from the left side to the right arc. Addie Hutton looking inside, nothing there. Finds Bella Antonacci. Now to Boyer on the right. Fires it to the right elbow for Kugler. Passes tip, but into the hands of Bella Antonacci. Hutton to Stossel from the left post. Goes up hard, no good. Shot blocked. That's by Shipman. She comes down with it. And the Spartans go back to work, trailing 22-6 at 5.5. Little floater is no good by Podkul. Indiana doing a good job again, shutting down the leading scorer for their opponent for the second straight game. Here's Addie Hutton trying to drive the left on the opposite end for Indiana. Nothing open. They'll regroup with Bella. Now at the foul line, it's Kugler. Euro steps in between two defenders. Another block by Shipman, and the Spartans go back to work. Numbers are against him. It's a 3-on-2, but stepping back for a three ball is Pavarnik. It's no good. Takes a couple of bounces. Addie Hutton on her horse from the left side, and she puts it in. Nuttin' but Hutton. It's 24-6. Spartans now facing an 18-point deficit. Go back to work at 4:46 to the right corner, Pavarnik. Long cross-court pass over to Servola. Nothing there. She'll regroup up top with Podkul. Matched up with Hutton. Little floating pass over to Servola. Driving the right lane. Shot blocked. It goes out of bounds. Spartans maintain possession, but Indiana seem to just have an answer defensively for anything Hempfield throws at them. 4:30 to go in the first half. It's 24-6. Indiana with the lead as the Spartans take it out from the baseline right. Shipman gives it in. Servola over to the right side. Podkul back to Shipman. Now from 15 feet out. Fake shot by Kennedy Nelson. Trying to save the ball, and Lincoln Kugler does, and it ends up in Stella Stossel's hands. Stossel taking the leading pass up court, going from the left inside. Dishing it to the right elbow for Bella Antonacci, and she fires it, hits the mark. Indiana, all the momentum on their side, and the Spartans take a timeout. 4:05 to go in the first half. It is 26-6 Indiana on an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
AM 1450 WDAD.
4 minutes played here in the second quarter, and Hempfield has been shut out this entire frame. Indiana on a 17-0 run. It's 26-6 Little Indians. They love playing on their home court. Spartans go back to work after calling a brief timeout. Servola across half court. Looking to the right for Pavarnik. Nothing going on the right side. Dishing it to the left with Podkul. Now far side corner. Three ball coming by Pavarnik. It's no good. Fighting for the rebound is Stella Stossel, and she rips it away. Antonacci looking for the leading pass up court, but it falls into the hands of Boyer, driving the right. In between defenders, Cassie Boyer puts it up and in. Indiana, again, just all the answers in the world to anything the Spartans throw at them, and then they force a turnover on the opposite end. 3:28 and counting. Indiana with a 26 to lead. They've been in the driver's seat this entire time. Hutton driving the baseline left, goes up hard. Her shot is blocked. Kugler almost kept it. but it's going to be off her legs and out of bounds, and that'll bring us to a timeout. 28-6 Indiana. Again, they're in the driver's seat with 3:19 to go in the first half on an IRMC High School Sports Night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth on WDAD.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Hey, Indiana High sports fans, Good & Associates Insurance Agency is just like you. They support Indiana High sports too. They're also proud to live in Indiana, where they help families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. Don't drop the ball. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Good & Associates Insurance Agency is located at 1801 Philadelphia Street. It's good sense to have good insurance. Go Indiana High Little Indians.
Classic Hits 1450.
WDAD.
3:19 to go in the second quarter. It's been all Indiana. They're riding a 19-0 run, which they carried throughout the final minutes of the first, and then they've shut out the Spartans so far here in the second quarter. Hempfield going back to work, looking to at least cut into this deficit. On the opposite end, Hosny fires it up top. Casilla on the right to Pavarnik. Little 18-footer from the right, no good off the side iron. Hempfield gets their own rebound. Long range two coming from Casilla. It's no good. Cassie Boyer with the defensive rebound. Indiana again up 28-6. Third straight game they've had a monstrous second quarter. We talked to Coach Franciscus in his pregame interview saying, is that up by design or does that just happen? From what I'm getting is that Indiana just kind of finds what the other team's weaknesses are in the first quarter, and they attack them in the second and use that second half to sort of play cat and mouse. Antonacci on the right for Indiana, finding Cassie Boyer from the right elbow, picks up her dribble, tries to get a pass off, and she does to Addie Hutton up top. They'll regroup. Hutton holds it. She hasn't matched up with Hosny. A little behind the back move to evade her for the moment. Bell Antonacci takes it up top. Trying to drive inward from the top of the key, bounces it back out. Looking down low for Hutton, almost had her. And now posting up is Kugler from the left. She goes up hard. No foul called. Oh, and a late whistle. Just as Hempfield started making a fast break, a late whistle. And Kugler's going to return to the line, I believe. Coach Madison can't believe it. He might have a point. There was contact, but the timing of the whistle was a little late. Indiana, it's not a shooting foul. They'll take it out from the baseline left. Addie Hutton will inbound the ball. Gets it off to Bell Antonacci. Fix a shot, driving the center lane. Closed off by two defenders. Looking to Cassie Boyer. Ball's poked free. Antonacci picks it up for the moment, but it's into the hands of the Spartans on the opposite end. Then pickpocketed by Bell Antonacci. Retribution. That's now 10 turnovers for the Spartans, only 3 for Indiana. Looking to the opposite side, Stella Stossel almost keeps it in bounds, but down low. A lot of contact, no whistle. Spartans take it away. Fourth turnover for Indiana on the opposite floor. Minute 40 to go. Up top. Here's Sarah Podkul to the left. Pavarnik down low to the right post. Hosny driving. Cut off and stripped away by Cassie Boyer. 11th turnover sets Indiana up with a minute 22 to go in the second. They're in front 28-6. Antonacci up top. Dishing it to the right for Cassie Boyer. Driving the right lane, a little bit of a clearing. It's no good. Coming down with the rebound is Casilla. Looking up court. Pavarnik looking to the right. They find somebody cutting inside from the right side. It's Hosny. And it's 28-8. They break the dry spell at a minute even. And a timeout called here by Hempfield. They want to set things up on defense. They trail 28-8 with 60 seconds to go in the second quarter. We'll keep it right here. Let you know that if you're sick or injured, urgent care is now open at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville. Urgent care is also available at Med Express, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana. Now open and open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. for the treatment of minor injuries and illnesses. And the folks over at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge and Urgent Care at Med Express want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a very happy and healthy New Year. It's a good sight to see. We see Mr. Pat Doherty entering the gym. I feel like every time we're here we talk about him, but sent him well wishes. Underwent a procedure a couple weeks ago. Texted him yesterday. He said he's feeling fine, moving around, so that's what we like to see. And he's here tonight to cheer on the Little Indians. And his daughter, who's on the dance team. Antonacci taking the inbound pass. Hempfield resorting to a full court press. But the Indians break it easily on the opposite end. Addie Hutton almost got around Hosny. Ball's poked free. Hempfield Spartans take it away. 5th turnover for Indiana. Mid-range jumper from the right. It's no good by Pavarnik. And Bella Antonacci rips down the ball. And another timeout? No. An injured Indian on the floor. And it looks like it's going to be Addie Hutton. And she's in some pain. We'll step aside. 41.9 seconds to go in the first half. It's 28-8. Indiana over Hempfield. Back in a moment on WDAD.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. The same can be said for the game of life. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, income, renters, motorcycles, and IRAs? When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency can develop a game plan just for you. For a comprehensive insurance review, call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, 1359 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, because it's always something.
WDAD Indiana.
Hutton helped to the bench. We're back underway here at 5th Street Gym. 36 seconds and counting. Indians with the ball, but they beat the full court press. Looking to the right, Emily Betzinger dishes it out to Bella Antonacci. We'll hope to have an update for you on Addie Hutton as soon as we can get one. 25 seconds of the 28-8 lead. Indiana will just try to eat some clock here and take this thing into the half. Antonacci driving, trying to get around Allison Cervola. Nothing there, but it's poked free and stolen away. Another turnover. Driving is Pavarnik from the right. It's good. 28-10. Pavarnik for 2. 5 seconds left. Antonacci fires it up court. Here's Boyer. Fires it for 3 at the buzzer, and she banks it in. 3-ball. And Coach Madison wants it to only be a 2, and he's getting chirpy with some of the referees on the floor. And they're going to tee him up. You might be able to hear him through our headset. Wow. And we'll see how they handle this. But Cassie Boyer's 3 at the buzzer. You don't see her pull up from 3 range that often, but tonight, at the last possible moment, it works. Coach Michael Franciscus will get an explanation as to when the technical free throws will come into play. And it looks like they're going to do it at the beginning of the second half. Coach Franciscus is pumping up his team, knowing all the momentum is on his side. And Coach Madison is taking a stroll. While we're at the half, it's 31-10, Indiana over Hempfield. We'll have our halftime report for you next. We'll recap the first half, give you a look at stats, and halftime adjustments as well. That's all on the way. But at the half, Indiana with a 31-10 lead over Hempfield. And our coverage tonight presented by the Indiana Regional Medical Center. Better health, better life. Coming to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth here on WDAD.
I can't take this cold anymore.
I feel like I'll never be warm again.
Just close your eyes and picture the beach.
I can almost hear the ocean.
Hey guys, sorry to barge in on your daydream.
Whoa, wait, is this real? Who are you?
I'm your friendly S&T banker. And no, this isn't real, but it could be. You could escape this cold and head for a tropical adventure with S&T Home Equity Total Line of Credit. Just stop daydreaming and get planning your dream vacation.
Let's go!
S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Luther Ford, make the holidays bright with huge savings on a new Ford. Right now, lease a new 2023 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4, just $433 a month. Or drive off in a new 2024 Ford Edge SE all-wheel drive, now only $420 a month. Both no money down. Wow, that will make your holiday bright. Luther Ford, 2 locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway Evansburg. Ask for details.
Where you buy your copier may not matter much to you until it stops working. Then, that's all that matters. Henry Hall Technical Services. We can be at your door in 90 minutes. Guaranteed.
At the Y, it's about more than sports and working out. The Y strengthens communities by helping kids reach their full potential, encouraging healthy living, and aspiring social responsibility. Get involved with the YMCA of Indiana County. Visit icymca.org for a better us.
Where do you turn for HVAC, plumbing, electrical, pump, and well supplier needs? Keith's Specialty Store. For homeowners, contractors, farmers, and do-it-yourselfers, contact Keith's Specialty Store, Route 119 in Home, PA.
IUP, the Steelers, Pirates, Penguins, Indiana High, and the Heritage Conference. Renda Broadcasting covers them all and much more. Special online features, too. We've got games, we've got stories. Follow your favorite team right here on your hometown radio station and the Renda Sports Network.
AM 1450 WDAD.
Back with you at halftime. It's 31-10 Indiana over Hempfield in girls basketball action tonight. Both teams 5-1, but the scoreboard wouldn't lead you to believe that. Indiana has just been on a tear since the opening tip. They went on a 7-0 run through the middle part of the first quarter after trailing 3-2 for about a minute, and then they carried a 19-0 run through the final minutes of quarter number one and into the early and middle moments of quarter number two before that was broken up by back-to-back buckets from Hempfield's Madeline Pavarnik, and then Cassie Boyer with a 3-ball at the buzzer that banked off the square and into the hoop. And then as time expired, a technical foul was assessed to Hempfield area. Indiana elected to take the free throws toward the beginning of the second quarter, and that leaves our score 31-10 after 2 periods played. Looking at individual stats, Indiana's leading scorer is Bella Antonesi tonight, 12 points, 7 of those coming in the second quarter alone. She finished the first with 5. And with 7 points, Cassie Boyer, that 3-ball at the end of the half, put her over the 7-point mark. 5 of those points in that second quarter for her. Addie Hutton with 6 points, but she went out with an injury. Hope to have an update for you here in just a little bit. Lakin Kugler and Julie Antonesi each with 3 points as well. Only one Indiana Little Indian went to the free throw line that entire first half. That was Lakin Kugler. She went 1 for 2. Kugler leads the team in rebounds, though, with 3. And Bella Antonesi, Julie Antonesi, Addison Hutton, Cassandra Boyer, and Stella Stossel each have 2 rebounds. Emily Betzinger did see some playing time in that second quarter, but no stats, very limited minutes on the floor. So we'll see her a little bit more in the second half and see if she can get into the stat column a little bit. For Hempfield, their leading scorer is Sarah Podko with 6 points, both coming on 3 balls. Something's not right. Oh, no. My apologies. I marked Pavarnik down with both of those buckets in the second quarter, but it's actually Hosny who had 1. And as I get things corrected here in my scorebook, and Pavarnik with 1 as well. So her and Hosny each with 2 points. Podko with 6 and 2 rebounds for Gabriela Cosilla. Pretty cut and paste effort. No one to the free throw line that entire first half for Hempfield. Turnover-wise, Indiana played a pretty clean first half of basketball, except for the final 2 minutes. They turned the ball over 3 times. That was really when Hempfield decided to transition and go into a full-court press rather than meet them 3/4 of the way. And Hempfield finishes that first half with 11 turnovers. Indiana finishes with just 6. And we'll be back with third quarter action. 31-10, Indiana over Hempfield on an IRMC High School Sports Night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking, coverage here on WDAD.
Life's challenges can sometimes catch us off guard, but at Marion Center Bank, we believe in safeguarding your financial future. Introducing Ultimate ID Plus, a powerful fraud protection service that offers you peace of mind like never before. Ultimate ID Plus also keeps a vigilant eye on your social media identity and your driver's license, preventing fraudulent activities. Contact your local branch office or visit us at MarionCenterBank.com for more information. Marion Center Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
If you don't know tires, know your tire dealer. Lias Tire has structured their hours to fit your busy schedule. Lias Tire is open Monday and Wednesday 8 to 6, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to noon. For all your tire and auto needs, call Lias Tire.
Have you tried McDonald's world-famous burgers lately? The #1 selling Big Mac or the Quarter Pounder with cheese, cooked fresh each time it's ordered, with world-famous fries and a soft drink. McDonald's 3 locations in Indiana and in Blairsville.
Innovations of Home is your stop for, well, practically everything. They are your source for building or repairing, cleaning materials, and guns and hunting supplies. Stop by their location in Marion Center or at inhomepa.com. That's inhomepa.com.
Budner's Heating and Cooling is your premier Aries dealer, who installs and repairs all types of natural gas, propane, oil, and electric heating and cooling systems. Call Budner's Heating and Cooling in Homer City. PA license number 010262.
Classic Hits 1450
WDAD. Back with you at 5th Street Gym inside our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. Our score entering the third quarter, Indiana 31 and Hempfield 10. And this is the final Indiana broadcast of 2023. The next time we'll be coming to you will be when Indiana, the girls, host Gateway here at 5th Street Gym on January 4th. It's a 7:15 start, 7 o'clock airtime here on WDAD or vice versa. Well, you can't really have vice versa. It's either going to be a 7:15 airtime or a 7:15 tip-off. Either way, 7:15 January 4th, we'll be here with you with Indiana versus Gateway. Next time we have the Indiana boys, aside from tonight, will be the 9th when they face Knock. And then we got a couple more Indiana games for you throughout the month of January, but this is the third and final doubleheader that we got for you tonight for Indiana High basketball. Immediately after this one wraps up, we will have the boys against the Armstrong Riverhawks. And ready for the third quarter of action. Now, just a reminder, Indiana will have some free throws to start things off as a technical foul was assessed after the buzzer rang. And we'll see who will be sent to the line to shoot these inaugural free throws. Not every day that you open up a half a basketball with free throw shooting. Indiana, though, only 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. Lake and Kugler taking both attempts. And both of them coming in that first quarter. So both teams went the entire second half without free throws.
Second half will be starting with 2 foul shots.
Indiana back out on the floor. I think I see a couple old Indiana Little Indians here. Katie Kowalczyk and Emily Maddie, members of last year's team. Bella Antonacci will be shooting the free throws to start here in quarter number 3. First one of 2, bounces right in. And the second one on the way, she sinks it easily. So without a second ticking away off the clock, Indiana improves their lead by 2. It's 33-10 as the Indians go back to work on offense. Julie Antonacci will take it out. She inbounds it to Bella Antonacci, our leading scorer in that first half. Bella across the timeline, looking for something open on the right side, is cut off. Podkol forcing some pressure. Now Julie Antonacci up top, picks it up. Fires to Bella, drives inward, now to the baseline left for Lake and Kugler, and then a walk call to turnover for Indiana. Inbound pass goes to Pavarnik. Oh, no, excuse me, that's Podkol. Pavarnik ends up with it, though, on the left side. Right side, Podkol up top. Kugler crept in for just a moment, but then backed off. Servola to Podkol, now to the center of the key where the ball's loose for the moment. Podkol takes it for 3, and it sinks in. 33-13. Podkul nails the three. Now Julie Antonacci gets the inbound pass. Hempfield still on that full court pressure defense that they transitioned to late in the second period. Bella Antonacci has it, fires it. Looking down low. Stella Stossel wide open, off the glass and in. 35-13. Stella Stossel gets her first points of the night. Servola to the left for Bavarnik as Hempfield goes back, working right to left. Bavarnik, corner three from the left coming. It's no good off the back iron. Foot race for the ball. Bella Antonacci falls on top of it, and so does Podkul. And the Spartans have it. Mia Shipman from the right elbow puts it up and in. 35-15. Indiana goes back to work. It's a 2-on-1. Cassie Boyer from the right side. Stossel almost had the rebound, but it's tipped out. Hempfield has it. Now a 3-on-3 across the court. Podkul working the right side. It's pickpocketed. Kugler has it. First turnover of the half for the Spartans. Stossel on the opposite end loses the ball in traffic. Now back to the other end. Osney to the right. Servola for three, and she drains it. 35-18. Hempfield with a little bit of momentum on their side. Going back to the full court press. Antonacci beating it. Stossel on the opposite end. Takes one dribble before passing back to Julia. Looking to the right side, here's Bella Antonacci. Julia not setting a screen, will instead cut inwards. Pass goes out to the arc for Cassie Boyer driving. Now to Stella Stossel from 18 feet. She'll dish it back out to Kugler from the top of the key. Fakes it over to Stossel. They're going to keep recycling it up top. Looking to the left. Now Boyer fakes a three. Tries driving inward. Some contact and a defensive foul down low. It's going to be on Mia Shipman. The second foul of the quarter for Hempfield. Her first of the night. Indians will take it out baseline right ahead. 35-18, 5:28 to go in the third quarter. Inbound pass finds Boyer on the right post. She drives inward, reverse from the left. It's no good. Shipman down with the defensive rebound. Across the court, Hosney to the right side. Servola, nothing there. Back out to Bavarnik. Or no, that's Hosney, excuse me, a long two, and it's good. Hosney for two. It's 35-20. Hempfield trailed by as many as 20. They've cut it down to 15 with 5 minutes to go in the third. Still in that full court press. Indians beat it. Cassie Boyer takes it on the opposite side of the half at the median. Bella Antonacci with it. Steps back up top. Matched up with Podkul. Dishes it out to Julia. Now to Boyer on the right side. And she's going to get called for a walk. Thought about passing. Second guessed herself, and Coach Franciscus not too happy about that. And Emily Betzinger will return to the floor for the Indiana Little Indians. Saw some time late in the second quarter. And Coach Franciscus going to pull Boyer out, just have a quick conversation with her. 4:44 to go in the third. Spartans back with it. Servola up top. Here's Shipman. Looking to avenge the foul on the opposite end she had just a few moments ago. Looking to the left. Podkul ends up with it. Long range three. It's no good off the side iron. Betzinger just going to let it roll out of bounds, wisely letting it go. And Indiana will get free possession. 4:30 to go in the third. It's 35-20. Indiana with a lead over Hempfield. First of a doubleheader tonight. Boys will follow against Armstrong. Bella Antonacci gets the inbound pass from Kugler. Driving the middle, looking for Antonacci. Almost ripped away, but Bella comes down with it. Stossel looking downward, nothing there. Opts to go beyond the arc for Antonacci. Julia, that is. Kugler now. Over to Stella Stossel. They're going to quick give and go with a couple of their players. Ball ends up in Bella Antonacci's hands. 4:10 to go. Looking to the left. Kugler, quick dish down low to Betsy. She puts it up and in. First points of the night for Emily Betzinger. It's 37-20 Indiana at the 4-minute mark. Now to the left corner. Bavarnik dishes it out. Podkul to the right for Hosney for three. No good from the corner. Kugler fighting for the rebound. A quick jump ball called, and it's going to be Spartans ball. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. 3:50 to go here in the third quarter. Indians lead at 37-20, but the Spartans making it interesting on an IRMC High School Sports Night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth on your home of the Indians, WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
Hey, Indiana High sports fans, Good & Associates Insurance Agency is just like you. They support Indiana High sports too. They're also proud to live in Indiana, where they help families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. Don't drop the ball. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Good & Associates Insurance Agency is located at 1801 Philadelphia Street. It's good sense to have good insurance. Go Indiana High Little Indians. WDAD
Indiana. And just a reminder, coming up in our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show, immediately after this one, we'll name our Good & Associates Good Player of the Game. Right now, Bella Antonacci making a case for that, but she's got a lot of support from her teammates, too. Find out who it is coming up after the game. 37-20, Indiana with the lead, 3:50 to go in this third quarter. Spartans have made it interesting here, scoring 10 points compared to Indiana's 6 this third quarter. Really, it's the full court press. Indiana beats it here on this possession. Julia Antonacci takes it in the right corner. A little bit of a clearing on the right. Finds Boyer in the right corner. Picks up her dribble, looking up top for Bella Antonacci. She finds her. Driving. Ball's pickpocketed by Servola. On the opposite end, she goes up hard and makes it on the breakaway bucket. 37-22. Servola for 2 points. Betzinger, quick give to Boyer from the left side on the opposite end. And Indiana breaks the press with some great ball movement. Now on the opposite end, Spartans still trailing 17. 3 minutes to go to the left corner. Pavarnik looking low, nothing there. Up top, Servola. Now back to Pavarnik in the corner. They're going to throw it around the perimeter. Podkul, little floater from the right, and it's good. And a timeout taken by the Spartans. 2:49 to go, 39-24, Indiana with the lead on an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD.
Looking for the perfect venue for your next event? Look no further. Plan your next celebration, family gathering, business meeting, or wedding rehearsal dinner at the Meredith Inn along the beautiful Allegheny River in Katanning. For more information, email them at themeredithinn.com.
Sports fans, teams, organizations, schools, and businesses. Put your logo or design on just about anything and everything. Trust the team at Fast Time Screen Printing and Sign Company. Fast Time Screen Printing on Shelley Drive in Indiana. Online at fasttimes.us. Fast Time Screen Printing. Space is a terrible thing to waste.
AM 1450 WDAD.
Jake Slobodnik joining you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking here at 5th Street Gym in Indiana. The Little Indians with a 39-24 lead in the first of our doubleheader for tonight. Garrett Clark is our studio engineer tonight. Thank him for his help in bringing this game to you here on the radio or your listening device. And a reminder just to stick around after the game, have post-game comments, we'll take a look at stats, and we'll get you set for the boys matchup coming up at around 7:30-ish. They battle the 5-1 Armstrong Riverhawks here in Indiana. Little Indians go back to work, still facing a full court press. Hempfield making it interesting here in the third. Kugler taking the pass from Antonacci after feeding it to her on the inbound. Spartans resort back. Julia Antonacci tries driving by her defender, Servola. Nothing there, she cuts her off. They work with Bella up top, 2:38 to go in the third. Bella driving the left lane, goes up hard, off the glass, no good. Betsy on the rebound, the putback, no good off the right. Servola comes down with it. They throw it to the opposite end. Podkul to Servola on the right, nothing there. They resort back to Podkul up top. Now Servola again, this time for three. No good, too hard on the line. Antonacci, Bella that is, comes down with a rebound. To the right side, here comes Julia. Hempfield playing tight man defense. Bella trying to get around Podkul. She can't. Steps back looking for Lakin Kugler on the left, and she does. Screen set. Here's Cassie Boyer on the right. Almost poked free. Instead tried driving. Nothing there. She'll dish it back out to Antonacci with 1:53 to go. Bella from 18 feet pulls up her dribble. Not sure what to do with it. She gives it to Julie up top. On the right side, here's Bella. Cassie Boyer cutting inside, but cut off by traffic. Bella double team near half court. Gets it away to Julia. Facing tight pressure on the right. 1:33 to go. Now to Boyer in the right post. She goes up. No, to Betsy on the left side, and it's good. 41-24. Emily Betzinger with another bucket. The Spartans go back to work. Trailing 41-24. Servola to the left side. Pavarnik up top. It ends up with Podkol. Now back to Servola. Now to the left corner. Pavarnik for three. It's no good. Overshot it. Loose ball on the ground. Several players fall on top of it. Jump ball called. It'll be Spartans ball. And with a brief stoppage, Mia Shipman will return to the floor for Hempfield. 67 seconds on the clock here in this third quarter. 41-24 Indiana with the lead. Little Indians looking to make it 6 straight wins. Shipman takes the inbound pass from the left corner. Tries driving, nothing there. And Julian Tenacey gets a little too much of her arm. That's Julian Tenacey's third foul of the game. She's got to watch out because Indiana's already missing Addie Hutton. Julia fouls out. Coach Franciscus will really need to dig into his bench. Servola taking the inbound pass. It's tipped away but corralled by Shipman. 58 seconds and counting. Podkol up top. Now to the right side. Servola's wide open for a three ball, and she banks it in. 41-27. 45 seconds. Indiana trying to break the press. Boyer takes it. Cross half court. Roughed up a bit, and it's stolen away by Servola. 5th turnover of the half for Indiana. Servola driving the lane of the floor and went up for a layup. Boyer tried blocking it, but she's going to get called for a shooting foul. That's Boyer's first personal foul of the game. 2nd for Indiana. Servola up to the free throw line. First trip for any Spartan tonight. She drains the first. And the second of two dribbles in as well. It's now 41-29 as Kennedy Nelson returns to the floor for the Spartans. She's in for Shipman. 41-29 the score. Indiana, they only lead by 12, excuse me. Julian Tenacey takes some contact on the forecourt. Nothing there. Betzinger tried a cross-court pass. Nothing there. Tries dishing down low. Nothing. Sloppy basketball here in the late goings of the third. Boyer with it on the right side. Picks up her dribble and then turns it over on a walk. Second time tonight Boyer's done that. And Coach Franciscus not happy at all. Things were going everything Indiana's way in that first half, and since then Hempfield has just really ignited a spark. 15.5 seconds in the third, 41-29 Indiana with the lead. Podkol brings it across half court. Servola up top to Shipman. Looking to the left, nothing there. Instead goes to the right for Hosny. Up top, Podkol to the right, back Hosny. Long three at the buzzer, and it's no good. We've reached the end of the third quarter. The Hempfield Spartans are fired up. Could be an exciting fourth. Stick around. 41-29 Indiana over Hempfield. To the fourth quarter we go on an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. The same can be said for the game of life. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, income, renters, motorcycles, and IRAs? When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency can develop a game plan just for you. For a comprehensive insurance review, call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, 1359 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, because it's always something.
Sports are fun, they're exciting, they're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
Classic Hits 1450
WDAD. After Hempfield outscored Indiana 19-10 in that third quarter, it's a 41-29 affair. Little Indians ahead. Big theme this second half so far has been Indiana's turnovers. They've turned it over 6 times compared to Hempfield's 1. Still had the lead, but let's see what this fourth quarter holds. From the S&T Bank broadcast booth, Jake Slobodnik joining you. Underway in the fourth quarter between Indiana and Hempfield in girls basketball action in the WPIAL. Indiana looking for their 6th straight win. Hempfield looking for their 4th. Bella Antonacci with it on the left side, pulls up from 18 feet, and she sinks the first bucket of the quarter. It's 43-29. It's really all Indiana needs is just a little bit of a spark, and running away with this one. And toward the center of the key, Hosny driving, and she's going to get fouled. going to be called on Lakin Kugler. First foul of the quarter for Indiana High. Kugler's first of the game. Quick inbound pass. Servola was wide open by herself in the right corner for Indiana. Fortunately, she misses it. Julia Tenacey comes down with the rebound. They go back to work. Spartans pulling off their full court press for the moment. Resorting back. Julia hands it off to Cassie Boyer on the left. Trying to drive the baseline, and she's going to draw a foul. Foul's on Servola. That is her first and Hempfield's first. From the baseline left, Julian Tenacey will take it out. Had Bella for a moment. It's tipped out of bounds by Podkul. Bella Tenacey will feed it in. She finds Emily Betzinger. Saw her playing time increased after Addie Hutton went out with an injury. Julie Antonacci with it on the right side. Cassie Boyer trying to drive at the top of the key. Here's Bella Antonacci. Matched up heavily by Podkul. No whistle, though. They're going to dish it out to Kugler up top. Driving the left. Dribbles between two defenders. Shot goes up. No whistle as one player hit the deck. And Emily Betzinger with a putback. 45-29. Some aggressive play style tonight. They're letting them play. Mia Shipman on the opposite end. Pavarnik looking to the left, nothing there. Now to the corner for Shipman. Picks up her dribble, fires it to Podkul. Over to the right, Servola, nothing there. Looking to the right corner, Pavarnik almost had a shot, nothing there. Betzinger's going to get tagged with an over the back as they tried feeding it to the right post. First foul of the game for Betzinger, second of the quarter for Indiana. Starting from a 4 low, Hempfield will get it into Shipman in the right corner. Now Servola driving, she goes up hard, and Boyer's going to foul her, and she somehow gets the bucket. My, oh my. I don't know how she made that, but she did. It's Indiana's third, Boyer's second of the game. Servola to the line. Cap off a three-point play, and she does. 45-32. It's a 13-point lead for Indiana. 6:27 to go in the game. Lakin Kugler inbounds it to Julie Antonacci, who finds Lakin once again. Hempfield playing up. Aggressive full-court pressure defense. Kugler picks up her dribble, gives it off to Bella Antonacci, looking for Betzinger. Oh, and she takes a shot at the top of the key. And that foul is going to go against Kennedy Nelson. There was no doubt about it. First foul on her, second for Hempfield. So Indiana will take it from the baseline right. Betzinger seems to be okay. Julia feeds it into Kugler from the right post. She goes up hard off the glass and gets it to fall in. 47-32 after Lakin Kugler finds the mark on a contested shot from the right side at the 6-minute mark. Servola pops a three ball. It's no good. Boyer comes down with a rebound, and she draws a rebounding foul. That's going to be on Kennedy Nelson. Her second, third for Hempfield. And now Shipman will return to the floor, not for Nelson, but instead for Pavarnik. 47-32, 6:02 to go in the fourth. Julian Tenacey gets the inbound pass, quickly back to Lakin. Back to Julia, loose ball, it's stripped away. Turnover for Indiana. We're able to regroup. Osney driving the right baseline, she goes up hard, shot's no good. Julian Tenacey fends off everybody underneath to come down with the rebound. Indiana's lucky they came away unscathed on that defensive drive. Bella Antonacci trying to increase intensity, but is cut off in traffic. Finds Julia up top at 5:37. To the left, here's Bella. Looking to the post for Kugler. Nothing there on the left. Instead goes to the right arc for Cassie Boyer. Boyer now out to Kugler. Defense collapses on her. Spin moves, trying to drive the left lane. Goes up hard in between two defenders, and she's hacked hard. And she gets right back up as she's got a couple free throws coming her way. And that's going to be Kennedy Nelson again on the foul. That is her third. Nelson has accrued 3 fouls in about a minute and a half. And Lakin Kugler returns to the foul line. The only Little Indian to take a trip to the charity stripe. She's 1 for 2 today. The first of 2 is in.
One returns, that's Pavarnik.
Pavarnik back on the floor as Nelson will head off. 48-32 now. Kugler looking to make it a 49 affair if she can drain the second. She fires it up, and it's good. 49-32 the score in favor of Indiana. 5:14 to go in the game. Podkul with it up top, matched up with Julia Antonacci. Looking for Servola on the right. Had some room for a moment. Dishes it out to Podkul from ahead on 3. It's no good. Coming down with the rebound is Cassie Boyer. Antonacci up top. Here's Julia Antonacci. Slows things down for the moment. To the left, it's Lakin Kugler trying to dribble between 2 defenders. Finds Boyer driving again between 2 defenders. Loses the ball. And then as she was diving for the ball, her foot hit the baseline, and that'll be a turnover for Indiana. Pavarnik will inbound. 4:46 to go. Indiana will catch their breath as they head into the backcourt. Podkul across. Finds Servola on the right. Back to Podkul. Now to the left. Pavarnik for 3 from the left, and it's no good. Kugler swarms in for the rebound. Fires it to Bella Antonacci, who brings it across the timeline at center court. Finds a little bit of clearing on the right. Dishes to Julia Antonacci. Now driving. Finds Betzinger from 15 feet, and it's no good. A little too far to the right. Hosny comes down with the rebound. Finds Podkul. Back to Hosny in the left post. Dishing it out. 3 ball coming from Servola. It's too hard off the back iron. Tipped, and it's a foot race for the ball. Servola comes down with it. Hosny with it on the left, trying to drive the baseline. Takes a shot. Tipped out of bounds by Boyer. And Stella Stossel will re-enter the floor at 4 minutes even. Betzinger will trot off. After the game, one way or another, we're going to talk to Coach Franciscus. We might have to delay the conversation until halftime of the men's game. Just be on the lookout for that. Off the inbound pass, Servola for 3. Again off the back iron, too hard. It's into the hands of Cassie Boyer. Bella Antonacci taking it from her, and she'll take it across half court. Met up with Podkul, trying to shake her off. Can't for the moment. Finds Stella Stossel on the right. Near the corner, dishing it back out to Julia Antonacci. 3:42 to go in the game. To the left with Bella. To the right now with Lakin Kugler from the arc. Trying to get away from 2 defenders. Instead finds Cassie Boyer, who's cutting. Pass a little too tall. 4th turnover in the 4th quarter for Indiana. 9th of the half. Fighting for the ball. Hosny with it. Strips it away. Shot's no good. She gets her own rebound. Dishes it out. Podkul for about 18 feet. It's no good. Fighting for the ball. And then they're going to call a defensive foul on Indiana. They're going to call it on Bella Antonacci. That's the 4th for Indiana. And we have a break in the action. 3:15 to go in regulation. It's 49-32 Indiana. Back in a moment on an IRMC High School Sports Night. From our S&T Bank broadcast booth, People Forward Banking, it's WDAD.
Life's challenges can sometimes catch us off guard, but at Marion Center Bank, we believe in safeguarding your financial future. Introducing Ultimate ID Plus, a powerful fraud protection service that offers you peace of mind like never before. Ultimate ID Plus also keeps a vigilant eye on your social media identity and your driver's license, preventing fraudulent activities. Contact your local branch office or visit us at MarionCenterBank.com for more information. Marion Center Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Jay Blues. Hutton Blues Insurance is proud to support high school basketball.
I'm Shannon. We're excited to sponsor the Hutton Blues 3 for 3 promotion again this season.
Cheer on Indiana County boys and girls to make a lot of three-point shots this season.
For every 3-pointer, we'll donate $3 to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, up to $3,000.
So here's to a lot of made three-pointers and wins for our area teams.
And remember, for all of your insurance needs, think Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
WDAD Indiana.
3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in regulation. Indiana with a 17-point lead. It's 49-32. Hempfield, though, they made it interesting this second half. They outscored Indiana 19-10 in the third frame, and they've continued to try and claw their way back here in the fourth. This is by no means over. Podkul with the inbound pass off the timeout. They're going to work it around the perimeter, finding back to Podkul on the right, and then Stella Stoss is going to get tagged for a foul on the right end. Wasn't a shooting foul, but there's going to be free throws coming, as that'll be the 15th foul for Indiana. Osney to the line. That's Stossel's first foul of the game. The front end of 2 is good. Emily Betzinger is back out on the floor for Indiana after a bit of a breather. Again, coming up after the game, we'll name our Gooden Associates Good Player of the Game. And the second of 2 sinks through. 49-34. Indiana out in front with 3:10 to go in the game. Inbound pass goes to Julie Antonacci. Lakin Kugler now to Bella. Back to Julie on the far side, working left to right. Here's Bella. Looking for something open on the left. Trying for the right now. Nothing available. She'll instead opt to go to Julie Antonacci on the right. Cassie Boyer, a little bit of a clearing, dishes it out to Antonacci. Julia, that is, now to the left post for Betzinger. And then a late whistle on a double dribble. Call enforced, I would say, by the Hempfield bench. They were screaming for a double dribble, and what do you know, a whistle came in. It was a right call, but so a turnover for Indiana. Hempfield goes back to work, 2:38 to go in the game, down 49-34. To the right, Servola for 3. No good, on a line, off the side iron into the hands of Cassie Boyer, Indiana. They need to just resort to eating up some time now, 49-34, 2.5 to go. Kugler up top. Driving the left lane. It's stripped out of her hands cleanly. Another turnover for Indiana. Podkul driving the right. Off the backboard, no good. Trying to draw the foul. Hempfield maintains possession. Shot by Pavarnik, no good. It's ripped out of the hands by Julia Antonacci. Indiana goes back to work at 2 minutes. Riley Dunn, one of the new faces for Hempfield here. Antonacci up top, taking some hard pressure, dishing it to the foul line for Cassie Boyer. Now Stella Stossel on the right, looking for Julia up top. They're going to regroup. Good ball movement by Indiana to maintain possession and keep wasting time. Up top, here's Julia Antonacci. Crossover, pass to the right to Stossel. Her and Julia are just going to exchange passes for now. They instead look to the left for Cassie Boyer, who's wide open. Now back to Bella Antonacci. She's double-teamed, some heavy contact. Oh, boy. They get a whistle thanks to a timeout by Coach Michael Franciscus. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Minute 22 to go in the game. It's 49-34 Indiana on an IRMZ High School Sports Night on WDAD.
The engineering firm of Young & Associates is proud to sponsor high school athletics. With offices in Indiana, Katanning, and Johnstown, Young & Associates is a full-service engineering, surveying, and design firm for private, public, and municipal entities, covering Western Pennsylvania, delivering solutions in a timely and cost-competitive manner. To see how they can be of service to you, go online to WJYAengineers.com.
AM 1450 WDAD.
A minute 22 to go in regulation. Indiana with a 49-34 lead over the Hempfield Spartans. Next time the girls are in action, if I can find my schedule here, it'll be the week of the 29th, the weekend of the 29th when they're at the St. Joseph's tournament. The last, I guess you would say, regular season game of 2023. First regular season game of 2024 will be January 3rd against Greensburg-Salem. Off the inbound pass, Indiana with the ball, just looking to eat some time. Julia Antonacci tries feeding it between 2 defenders, instead loses the ball and then fouls her assignment. Well, Indiana leads at 15-point differential, 49-34 the score. Hosny at the line to shoot 2. Looking for the moment that Indiana will escape with a win, but Hempfield again making it interesting as they have this entire second half. Stella Stossel back out on the floor for Indiana, in for Emily Betzinger. And the second on the way. It's good. 2 for 2 on that trip. It's 49-36, a 13-point lead for Indiana. They have no trouble getting it on the opposite end of the court. Stella Stossel now dishes it back out to Bella Antonacci, and that was a smart move. Stossel could have went to the hoop, but instead, just trying to take as many seconds off the clock as possible. Cassie Boyer runs into some trouble, and then a jump ball called. Hands were flying all over the place. They are letting them play down there tonight. Ball goes to the Spartans with Indiana leading 49-36. Indiana finished that first half with 6 turnovers. Now they have 13 this second half. 48 seconds to go, and Hosny with a long-range 3 from the left corner. It's no good. Finds the hands of Kennedy Nelson. Now Hosny gets a second chance, this time from 15 foot, and she makes it. 49-39. It's a 38, excuse me. It's an 11-point game. Hosny has scored the past 6 points for Hempfield. 29 seconds to go. Kugler, now to Julie Antonacci on the left. Looking for Bella on the left side, and she finds her over to Julia. Julia with it, driving the right. 9 seconds to go. Stella Stossel with the ball, looking to the left for Bella Antonacci. She picks it up with 4 seconds left, and Indiana's going to walk out of here with their 6th straight win by a score of 49-38. It was not an easy game at all, but Indiana has the result they wanted. They get a W, and they will head into the new year and the St. Joseph's tournament 6 wins richer. Our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show is next. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first member FDIC. 49-38 the final. Indiana with the win on an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
At Luther Ford, make the holidays bright with huge savings on a new Ford. Right now, lease a new 2023 Ford Explorer XLT all-wheel drive, now just $499 a month. Or drive off in a new 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E, now only $599 a month. Both no money down. Wow, that will make your holiday bright. Luther Ford, 2 locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway Evansburg. Ask for details.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. The same can be said for the game of life. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, income, renters, motorcycles, and IRAs? When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency can develop a game plan just for you. For a comprehensive insurance review, call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, 1359 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, because it's always something.
It's time for the holidays, a time for friends and family, a time for joy and warmth, a time to share. At First Commonwealth Bank, we look forward each year to this magical season and invite you to join with us and share the warmth with friends and neighbors throughout our communities to make this a brighter, merrier season for all. I'm Dave Reed, wishing you and yours a very safe and happy holiday from all of us at First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC.
Classic Hits 1450
WDAD.
And welcome you back to our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. Indiana Little Indians with a 49-38 win over the Hempfield Spartans in the girls matchup. And the boys will be on their way here soon to face Armstrong here at 5th Street Gym. Let's go over the final marks in this game. It was a tale of two halves, really. Indiana, after falling behind 3-2 early in the first quarter, they capitalized on a 7-0 run over the middle minutes of the first. Ended with the first frame with a 17-6 lead, and they continued pouring it on. They held a 19-0 run after Hempfield got a bucket back on a 3-ball by Sarah Podkol halfway through the first. They went on a 19-0 run, took a 28-6 lead until the final minute of the second quarter when Hempfield scored back-to-back buckets. But then a buzzer beater 3 by Cassie Boyer made it a 31-10 affair, and they outscored the Spartans 14-4 in that second quarter. In the third quarter, though, Hempfield outscored Indiana 19-10, despite Indiana starting the quarter off with a couple free throws, thanks to a technical foul that was assessed before the half. Hempfield, I don't know what changed. I don't know if it was firing them up from the technical that was assessed, but they looked like a brand-new basketball team in that second half. But it wasn't enough, as Indiana was able to score a couple key buckets in the fourth quarter, including Lakin Kugler, who had 4 points in the middle half and 2 of them came from the free throw line. She was the only Indiana Little Indian to go to the line tonight, and she made it count. So that's the score, 49-38. And leading scorer for tonight, Bella Antonacci, 16 points. Following her is Cassie Boyer with 9 and 6 rebounds. Leading scorer for Hempfield, Sarah Podkol with 11 points. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. The boys are out on the court right now, so what we'll do is we will send it back, and we will talk with Coach Greg Lozanik of the boys basketball team. Well, actually, let's do that. We will preview this game for you next. It's Indiana Armstrong, the boys facing off here in the nightcap. And we'll actually just give you a little bit of a quick preview to this game. Indiana is 2-3, coming off a big loss to Kiski area, a game where they turned the ball over 30 times in a 43 turnover fest. Armstrong, they're 5-1. Armstrong last played December 15th. They took down Freeport 66-44 on the road. Indiana, again, 56-23 loss to Kiski area. Isaac Nygren led the Indians with 8 points. Nobody in double figures for that one. And that's coming up here in just a little bit, about 20 minutes or so. So around 7:40 we're looking at for an opening tip for that game. And we're going to talk with Indiana head coach Greg Lozanik next. I hope Jack Benedict's listening because we give him a shout-out and a special analogy too. So he'll give us thoughts on what went wrong against Kiski, and he'll preview tonight's game against Armstrong. All that and more coming up next. We count down to tip-off for the nightcap of our final doubleheader for Indiana basketball this season. Indiana Armstrong coming your way in just a bit. But next, Greg Lozanik on WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
Hello, this is Jay
And Shannon.
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Hi, I'm Garrett Grieg, your local mortgage banker at S&T Bank. At S&T, we know there is no place like home for the holidays. Let us help you get into the home of your dreams this holiday season. Visit me at one of our Indiana County offices to learn more about our mortgage options. You can also visit us at stbank.com or by calling 800-325-2265. Wishing you a joyful holiday season and a prosperous new year. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Luther Ford, make the holidays bright with huge savings on a new Ford. Right now, lease a new 2023 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4, just $433 a month. Or drive off in a new 2024 Ford Edge SE all-wheel drive, now only $420 a month. Both no money down. Wow, that will make your holiday bright. Luther Ford, 2 locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway Evansburg. Ask for details.
This is Attorney Patrick Doherty. I am pleased to announce the addition of Attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to assist with your criminal law, estate planning, family law, and real estate needs.
Does your car need attention? Then head to AMCO of Indiana. They're your total car care headquarters. Whether it's keeping that car running or getting it inspected, trust the AMCO team for all your automotive needs. AMCO of Indiana, Oakland Avenue in Indiana.
Classic Hits 1450.
WDAD. And we're back on the pregame show with boys head coach Greg Lozanik. And Coach, you guys come back home after a pretty tough one on the road on Tuesday. You hear the term taking your lumps, but I would say you guys took one too many, or too many that you would like. Take me through your thoughts on that game. What went right and what went wrong?
Well, what went right was the way we played the first quarter and a half. I mean, we were playing nice defense. We just, got to the point where we just couldn't put the ball in a basket and had some easy turnover. We had 30 turnovers in the game. You want to know what not went right? 30 turnovers. Think about that, And the dunk that was called a foul, you would think that would turn the momentum towards us, but it turned it towards them. And I don't even know if we scored the rest of the half, after that that dunk was called a foul, and then we were mentally soft. That's what Coach Webb and I were just talking about out in the hallway. We've got to become mentally tougher against these big schools that we play.
In talking with your team after, the whole Kiski game, do you feel like that maybe they're a little bit more fired up? They're a little bit more ready to, I don't want to say pay attention, but, maybe study things a little bit harder in practice?
We hope so. We keep lecturing that, and, the problem with kids is they're kids, and, before the last game, we talked about the makeup of the team, and I said it was exciting with the mixture we have of older kids and younger kids, and I've got older kids that, quite honestly, have gotten the snot beat out of them for 4 years, and I've got younger kids that don't understand yet. So we've got to become mentally tougher. We have to learn how to practice to win, and then how to come out on the floor in a game and expect to win, but play hard to win.
Well, one of those players, we look at some of the bright spots in that Kiski game. Tristan Redinger played his heart out, and he's in the starting five tonight. Take me through his progression. What has earned him this spot in the starting five?
Well, Tristan has always played hard for us, and he always played hard, extra hard in practice this year as a senior, when he got his minutes in the game. And he was going to play more at Kiski. And you know what? He caught a break. One of our projected starters was late for the bus. So their penalty was they weren't going to start. And there you saw a kid who just took advantage of that opportunity, and he's right back in that starting lineup tonight. So nothing against the kid because he still played, the other boy, but I hope it's sort of a Wally Pip, Lou Gehrig, situation for Tristan, and he just takes this opportunity and runs with it.
Oh, Jack Benedict would love the old school baseball analogy there.
That's for my buddy Jack.
Well, hey, one of the bright spots tonight, Stan Webb is back on your bench. He was dealing with an ailment that kept him away. Just take me through your thoughts. How good is it to see him back?
It's great to see Coach back. 9 days in the hospital. Who spends 9 days in the hospital anymore? And I know it's uplifting for me. We've only seen each other here for 15 minutes or so, and you had to break us up, to do this interview. We're just gabbing like two old fogies would gab that haven't seen each other for a while. It's uplifting for me. I hope it's the same for our players, that they get a little shot of energy from Coach Webb being back in the gym tonight.
He just radiates positivity. I just met him for 2 seconds, and I mean, just his spirit alone was just fantastic.
It is, and he's a retired state trooper, but he has that look. Yeah. And everyone knows that look, if anybody's, unfortunately, I hope none of you have been pulled over by a state trooper, but the look if you have, and he has that look. And it's sort of like me, and that's why we do so well together. I have the same look. I like to have fun. We joke around, but when it's time, it's time. Yeah. And that's Coach. But you're right, so positive, always positive with his kids and the team.
Fortunately, I've only been pulled over once for a tail or a headlight that was out. But I do understand the look. So hopefully it's a factor tonight when you go up against the Armstrong Riverhawks. They are a surging team right now, kind of like Kiski area. Take me through your scouting report of them.
They're 5-1, Class 5A school, loads of experience. The Olsen boy. Velasic, I think you pronounce it. Riggle is a great three-point shooter. That Velasic is a three-point shooter. Goes off the dribble. Olsen, this will probably be one of his last games. I read on that he is in January going to go down to Florida to IMG Academy to play football. So let's stop right there. That tells you what kind of an athlete the boy is. They got that big Schlepp boy inside, and they really cause us matchup problems. They're big, they're physical. They're just as physical as Kiski was the other night. And we really have to match that physicality. Like I said, we don't match up well, so I got to change up a lot of defenses, throw some stuff at them, and keep them guessing. So I'm going to be just as part of this game as my guys on the floor tonight.
One of the things I always hear is that you add maybe 3 more points because you're on your home court. Do you feel like as we head toward the tail end of 2023, this is a good place to build some momentum on your home gym and against a really formidable opponent?
Absolutely. We played a tough schedule. Our section games don't start till January. Now that's 3 of the top 5 WPIAL teams are in our section, right. Class 4A. So that's not a piece of cake or anything. But, with this young team, these young guys at least, we are hoping to get these home games, build this momentum, go on the road for our Christmas tournament, open up the section right after the first of the year down at Greensburg-Salem, and then just build through December into January, and then hopefully just go out and just play hard.
Yeah, let's build some momentum, Coach. Good luck
Absolutely.
tonight.
Thanks, Jake.
Coach Greg Lazanik of the boys Indiana basketball team. More of our pregame show next on WDAD.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
It's time for the holidays, a time for friends and family, a time for joy and warmth, a time to share. At First Commonwealth Bank, we look forward each year to this magical season and invite you to join with us and share the warmth with friends and neighbors throughout our communities to make this a brighter, merrier season for all. I'm Dave Reed, wishing you and yours a very safe and happy holiday from all of us at First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC.
Since 1922, families in the Blairsville area have put their trust in the Ferguson Funeral Home to care for their loved ones. They also sell granite and bronze cemetery memorials. Give them a call for a free quote. Ferguson Funeral Home and Monument Company, Blairsville, Pennsylvania, 724-459-7611.
How's the air quality in your home? Harmful dust, pollen, and high humidity can adversely affect the air we breathe. Lennox has a complete line of air purifier products, including a whole house dehumidifier that can make breathing easier and healthier. Call Davis Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana for more information on Lennox air purifiers. Davis Brothers, PA license number 2526.
This is Attorney Patrick Doherty. I am pleased to announce the addition of Attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to assist with your criminal law, estate planning, family law, and real estate needs.
Does your car need attention? Then head to AMCO of Indiana. They're your total car care headquarters. Whether it's keeping that car running or getting it inspected, trust the AMCO team for all your automotive needs. AMCO of Indiana, Oakland Avenue in Indiana.
Located along the beautiful Allegheny River in downtown Katanning, the Meredith Inn provides an atmosphere of casual upscale dining. Dine indoors or outside on the new patio. Check them out on Facebook or visit their website at themeredithin.com. Well worth the drive.
Sports fans, teams, organizations, schools, and businesses. Put your logo or design on just about anything and everything. Trust the team at Fast Time Screen Printing and Sign Company. Fast Time Screen Printing on Shelley Drive in Indiana. Online at fasttimes.us. Fast Time Screen Printing. Space is a terrible thing to waste.
Innovations of Home is your stop for, well, practically everything. They are your source for building or repairing, cleaning materials, and guns and hunting supplies. Stop by their location in Marion Center or at inhomepA.com. That's inhomepA.com.
Budner's Heating and Cooling is your premier Aries dealer, who installs and repairs all types of natural gas, propane, oil, and electric heating and cooling systems. Call Budner's Heating and Cooling in Homer City. PA license number 010262.
If you don't know tires, know your tire dealer. Lias Tire has structured their hours to fit your busy schedule. Lias Tire is open Monday and Wednesday 8 to 6, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to noon. For all your tire and auto needs, call Lias Tire.
Have you tried McDonald's world-famous burgers lately? The #1 selling Big Mac or the Quarter Pounder with cheese, cooked fresh each time it's ordered. With world-famous fries and a soft drink. McDonald's 3 locations in Indiana and in Blairsville.
WDAD Indiana.
And we welcome you back to our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking, as we get ready for Indiana and Armstrong boys basketball, the nightcap of our girl-boy doubleheader tonight, the final doubleheader for our broadcast schedule here this season. And still waiting for Coach Michael Franciscus and our presumed Gooden Associates good player of the game. We had chosen Bella Antonacci for that game, and reason being is she had 16 points, 2 3-pointers made as well. Lakin Kugler, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Cassie Boyer, 9 points and 6 rebounds. 6 points for Addie Hutton, and same with Emily Betzinger. And she was our Bella Antonacci, that is our Gooden Associates good player of the game. We thank them for sponsoring that promotion, and we'll name a boys' good player of the game following this game, win or lose. for Indiana High. Welcome back into the S&T Bank broadcast booth. Jake Slobodnik joining you. Had some folks from Armstrong come up, ask for our URL for our live audio stream, and so if you're an Armstrong supporter, we welcome you in as well. We thank you for making us a part of your evening, and we invite you to stick around. Good one coming up as the 5-1 Armstrong Riverhawks to go against the 2-3 Indiana High Little Indians here at 5th Street Gym. Just refreshing what we know so far. Indiana coming off a 56-23 loss to Kiski area. In that game, there were 43 total turnovers. 30 of those were on Indiana. It was just an ugly game. No ifs, buts, or coconuts about that one. Armstrong, they last played December 15th, so 6 days ago, and they took down Freeport 66-44 on the road. Back to the Indians game, Isaac Nygren led the Indians with 8 points. Kiski area comes in under the direction of head coach Brian Kovalofsky, and he brings a healthy mix of youth and size to the court. Junior Ian Olson leads the team in assists per game with 5.5, steals per game at 3.5, and senior Jack Velasic is the team's best shooter. He's averaging 14.3 points per game. Olson and senior Isaiah Riggle follow him as they each average 10 points per game. Keys for tonight for Indiana: put Kiski area behind you. This is a new day, and you have a rearview mirror for a reason. Don't look back at it, and play smart basketball again. When you put 30 turnovers in a game, you're playing aggressive basketball, not really thinking much of it. Put a better and more collective unit together. If you look at it from the Indians' perspective and a glass-half-full mentality, for Indiana, you take that loss against Kiski area, and we mentioned it with Coach Greg Lazanik. You look at that as more motivation than anything because, it's a new. I'm trying to word this correctly. You don't play your best game on the road. You go up against a tough team. You kind of brought back down to earth a little bit. Indiana was coming off a win over Winburn, and it just wasn't good for them. And, now it's a new day, as we said before, so put it behind you. And, you're going up against Armstrong, and this is a good team to bounce back from. Armstrong, again, 5-1. Pretty solid effort all around from just about everybody that finds court time. And we'll talk about starting lineups in just a little bit. But you come back home to 5th Street Gym, want to end at least your non-tournament regular season schedule in 2023 on a winning note. And an upset always doubles the momentum that you get. As we said with Coach Greg Lazanik in our pregame interview, you add about 3 more points just because of the home court advantage. But, again, that's just metaphoric points. You don't actually tack 3 on. That was the case. Everybody would really love playing at home. But if you're Armstrong, too, 5-1, you're looking for your 6th win, trying to end 2023 on a high note before entering Christmas tournament season. Real good opportunity for them. They're on the road. Pretty packed house here at 5th Street Gym. If they could pick up a win on the road, they build some really good momentum heading into 2024 as the calendar flips over. So we didn't talk about keys for Armstrong. Forced turnovers and watch the bench. Indiana has been pretty decent from the bench, especially a couple of games ago. Tristan Redinger came off the bench, and he's now in the starting lineup tonight. Trevor Todd, a threat from the bench as well. They also have some other guys that can come off the bench and make things work, including Mark Collinger. He's been called upon several times lately. So watch the bench, force turnovers. Try to just get in Indiana's face and force them to make mistakes. And we'll take a look at starting lineups for tonight. First for the Armstrong Riverhawks, under the direction of head coach Brian Kovalofsky and assistant coach Ryan Olson. He sends out the starting 5 of the following: a junior forward, standing 6'3", weighing 170 pounds. Number 5, Jacob Sepp, a junior point guard, standing 6 foot, weighing 165 pounds. Number 4, Ian Olson, a senior, standing 5'9", weighing 135 pounds, Isaiah Riggle. A junior forward and center, standing 6'2", weighing 185 pounds, number 14, Ben Bartolovic. And a senior guard / forward, standing 6'1", weighing 165 pounds, number 15, Jack Velasic. And for the Indiana High Little Indians, under the direction of head coach Greg Lazanik, assisted by Stan Webb, who is back tonight after spending some time in the hospital. We're so glad to see him back. Spoke with him briefly before the game. In fact, I actually met him before the game for the first time. A very bright man and a guy that you can definitely who's positivity is contagious. And along with Stan Webb, assisted by Mark Arbuckle and Chucky Humphreys, former IUP basketball player, they send out the starting five of the following: a freshman guard forward standing 6'5", number 21, Aaron Webb. A senior guard standing 6 foot, number 22, Tristan Redinger. A junior guard forward, number 1, standing 6'3", Stanford Webb. A senior guard standing 5'10", number 3, Evan Brocious. And then a senior center forward standing 6'2", number 32, Isaac Nygren. Nygren was the leading scorer for Indiana against Kiski-Area a couple nights ago with 8 points. Got to think everybody on Indiana is hungry just to get above 10 points in their stat column. But, again, it's going to take a team effort tonight. Nobody can worry about what their individual stat columns look like. They need to focus on what their team stat columns are like, especially in the turnover category. Officials for tonight: Jim Ricchini, Chuck Glasser, and Jason Romagna. Those are our officials for tonight as we get you set for Indiana and Kiski-Area. Busy night for us on the Renda Media airwaves, along with the Indiana doubleheader here on WDAD on our affiliate WCCS. Homer Center boys battle West Shamokin. That game underway. Todd Marino on the call. And then on U92.5, Penguins hockey as they battle the Hurricanes. And here's the national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, and the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
National anthem tonight, ready for tip-off here at 5th Street Gym. Indiana Armstrong in the WPIAL boys action. Jake Slobodnik joining you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. And before we get underway, I want to let you know if you're sick or injured, urgent care is now open at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville. Urgent care also available at MedExpress, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana. Open 7 days a week from 8 till 8. Better health, better life, part of the IRMC family. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge open Christmas Eve as well, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Closed Christmas Day. Aaron Webb will go up for the opening tip for Indiana. And on the opposite side of half court is number 14, Ben Bartolovic. Ball's up in the air. Aaron Webb won it for the moment, but it's Jack Vlasic coming down with it. Armstrong will start things off. Vlasic firing it from the right side, faking it. Here's Bartolovic driving from the right baseline. Shot is no good. 2 Riverhawks are going to fight over it. It's Bartolovic coming down with the ball, and he capitalizes. 2-0 Armstrong. Indiana on the opposite side looking to nod this one up at 2 or go ahead by 1 with a 3 ball. Aaron Webb with it looking down low to a wide open Redinger off the glass and in. 2-2 Tristan Redinger in his first start of the season fires it off the glass and evens the game at 2. What a story it's been for Redinger this season. Starting as your traditional 6-man and working his way into the starting 5. Armstrong going back to work. Jacob Sepp with it on the opposite side. Isaiah Riggle up top, across the perimeter. Vlasic with it from the right elbow. He pulls up. It's no good off the back iron. Into the hands of Evan Brocious. He comes down with his first rebound of the night. 7 minutes to go in the opening frame. Aaron Webb wide open. 3 from the right side, and he drains it. It's 5-2. Webb took plenty of 3 opportunities against Kiski-Area. Not a lot of them fell. He's 1 for 1 so far tonight from the arc. As Ian Olsen tries going up, and then he's going to draw a foul underneath. It's going to be against Isaac Nygren, and he can't believe it. So that'll send Ian Olsen to the line to shoot 2. He throws up the first of 2, and it clinks off the front of the rim. It's no good. Looking to go 50% at this trip. And the second on its way. It's good. 5-3 the score after Olsen goes 1 for 2. And now Tristan Redinger pulls up from 3 and he drains it. Making quick work on offense. Tristan Redinger. He's got 5 points. 6:26 to go in the opening frame. 8-3 Indiana. On the opposite end, here's Vlasic. Pulls up from 18 feet from the right side, and that one falls in. It's 8-5. Cross half court is Evan Brocious. He brings it across, finds Nygren at the top. Fakes to the left, opts to go to Webb. Now the quick dish to a Nygren who loses it. Jump ball called. It's going to be in favor of Indiana. They luckily maintain possession. Brocious will inbound from the baseline left. It'll be a 4-low look. Brocious fires it up top to Redinger. Ball's tipped, and now it's a foot race. Tristan comes away with it. Jacob Sepp almost came away with it. Under 6 to play at 5:55 in the opening frame. 8-5 Indiana with the lead. Redinger hands off to Brocious. Fakes the defenders. Little floater from the right side, and it's good. 10-5 Indiana. Brocious finds the point column tonight. 5:42 to go in the opening frame. Again, a big win here tonight for Indiana would help them out tremendously heading into the 2024 calendar. Driving is Isaiah Riggle. Dishes it out. Faking the shot is Vlasic. Fires it to the left side on the bounce. No good. Bartolovic. Back to Vlasic. It's no good. Fighting for the rebound and coming away with it is Nygren, and then he's fouled coming down. Foul's going to be on Ben Bartolovic. First foul for Armstrong. 1 foul for each team. Brocious will inbound to Stanford Webb, and he'll give it right back to Evan, and they'll give it right back to Stanford. It'll be Webb, the eldest of the 2 brothers on the floor right now, bringing it across. Tristan Redinger on the left side to the left elbow for Nygren. He's bumped around. Ball's loose. Redinger comes up with it, picks up his dribble in the left corner, fires it across the court to Brocious, finds him, dribbles, picks it up, fires to Webb. Back to Brocious, fakes a 3, driving the right lane, putting a shoulder down, going up hard. It's no good. Nygren fighting for the rebound, but coming down with it is Olsen. He takes it the length of the floor. Little Euro step, loses it on the way up, and they're going to call a foul on Indiana. It's the far side judge on the call. They're going to call on Evan Brocious, and this will be a shooting foul. 4:49 to go in the first quarter. Ian Olsen at the line to shoot 2. Armstrong as a team, 1 of 2 so far tonight from the charity stripe. First of 2 on its way, and it's good. Olsen looking to go 2 for 2. Back end, no good. It swirls out, and it's going to go out of bounds. Indiana ball. 10-6 our score as Olsen goes 1 for 2. As a team, Armstrong now 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Brocious will inbound to Stanford Webb, and they're going to just give it. They're going to exchange it back and forth. It is a season of giving after all. Brocious up top, finding Aaron Webb over to Nygren up top. Now Stanford Webb. Evades defenders for the second, misses the 3 ball, and it falls into the hands of Ben Bartolovic. Here's Sepp driving the left lane. Ball's poked free by Redinger for the moment, but it's corralled by the Riverhawks. Across the baseline, firing in the backcourt. It's going to be a backcourt violation. Olsen tried saving it, but instead fires it to the opposite end, and Indiana will get free possession. First turnover by either side tonight. Brocious will take it out in front of the fans on the far side of the gym. Fires it into Isaac Nygren as Stanford Webb was blocked. 4:18 and counting the first quarter. It's 10-6 Indiana. Brocious thought about going to Aaron Webb, but he's cut off So Brocious, well beyond the arc. Little give to Aaron Webb in the left corner, driving the baseline, dishes, and his foot's out of bounds. Turnover, Indiana. Between both the girls and the boys game, that baseline has been notorious. And trying to catch Indiana sleeping on the opposite end, Isaiah Riggle takes a long pass cross court from Ian Olson. Almost had him for the moment, but Indiana regroups quickly. Looks like Indiana 1-3-1. To the right side, faking the shot. Nope, here's Olson, or Sepp again, now to Olson on the left. To the corner, 3-ball by Riggle, it's no good. Aaron Webb flies in for the rebound. He has been absolutely on fire from the boards this season. Webb taking it the length from the elbow. Passing to his brother Stanford, and the brotherly love connects. Aaron to Stanford, a 3-ball, it's 13-6 Indiana. 3.5 to go in the first. Next stoppage will bring up a timeout. Indiana with a little bit of a surge. Vlasic in the right corner, pops a 3, guarded by Nygren, and he sinks it. 13-9. Brocious across half court on the right. Ball's poked free, and Riggle has it, and a jump ball called. It'll be Armstrong ball. And that should bring up a timeout in the action. And it does. 3:05 to go in the first quarter. It's 13-9 Indiana on an IRMC High School Sports Night, coming to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth here on your home of the Indians, WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
I'm Jay Blues. Hutton Blues Insurance is proud to support high school basketball.
I'm Shannon. We're excited to sponsor the Hutton Blues 3-for-3 promotion again this season.
Cheer on Indiana County boys and girls to make a lot of three-point shots this season.
For every three-pointer, we'll donate $3 to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, up to $3,000.
So here's to a lot of made three-pointers and wins for our area teams.
And remember, for all of your insurance needs, think Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
AM 1450 WDAD.
At the media timeout, 13-9 Indiana with a 4-point lead over Armstrong. Jake Slobodnik joining you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth at 5th Street Gym. S&T Bank. People forward banking. The Indiana girls with a win tonight over the Hempfield Spartans, 49-38. The boys looking to sweep the doubleheader. Got a lot of work to do, though. They only lead by 4. Armstrong with the ball off the inbound. Here's Riggle trying to take it cross direction. Instead, opts to Vlasic for 3. Ball's no good, and then an over the back foul on Vlasic. That'll be his first and second for Armstrong. Stanford Webb brings it in. Trevor Todd now on the floor for Indiana off the break, and same with Hunter Martin. Isaac Nygren with it, firing it to the right for Aaron Webb. Looking for the corner, nothing there, some contact. Webb steals it right back, and then a defensive foul. Is this on Webb or is it on Armstrong? It'll be on Armstrong's Jacob Zepp. 2:43 to go in the first quarter. It's 13-9 Indiana. Martin will take it out from in front of the spectators. A few inches shy from the student section in pajama night. Noticing a lot of those fat heads on a stick as well. Hunter Martin with it. Here's Isaac Nygren looking for Aaron Webb down low, nothing. Instead the opt to Stanford. A quick give and go to Nygren on the right side. It's no good, too hard off the glass. And then a rebounding foul going to be called on Aaron Webb. It's going to turn the ball over for Armstrong. That'll be Webb's first of the game. 3 fouls apiece for either team. 13-9 Indiana, 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Armstrong takes it left to right. Here's Ian Olson looking to the left for Riggle. Back to Olson, now to Sepp. And Riggle will take it from beyond the arc, and he swishes it. 13-12. Armstrong has come clawing back. And now Aaron Webb takes it on the opposite end, trying to do it himself, and it's off kilter on the glass. On the opposite end, Ian Olson driving the right lane. He's hounded by defenders, leaving several people open from the arc. Riggle, one of them, and he drains it from the left corner. And Armstrong takes the lead. It's 15-13. Stanford Webb over to Aaron on the right side. Back to Nygren on the right elbow. He goes up hard. Blocked shot goes out of bounds into the dance team, and it will be Indiana ball. Ben Bartolovic returns to the floor. He's in for Sepp. Aaron Webb being told to back away from his assignment. And Hunter Martin will inbound the ball. From the baseline right, looking for an open outlet. They got to get it in, and a 5-second violation. Turnover, Indiana. Now this is where they started to struggle against Kiski area. Once the Cavaliers started building some momentum, Indiana just, you could see them start to crumble. They're starting it now. 15-13 they trail after leading 13-6 just a few moments ago. On the right side, Velasic looking for something. He's got Bartolovic. Now to the left, here's Olsen. A little bit of a clearing, but is cut off by Nygren. Spin moves from the left elbow, dishes it out. Bartolovic goes up hard from the left, and Aaron Webb pulls it in on the missed shot. Webb takes it the length of the floor, trying to drive. Throws the shoulder, offensive foul, and he's going to disagree with it, but Aaron, you can't lower your shoulder. And Aaron's going to hear it from the Riverhawks bench. Elijah Wiles onto the floor now for Armstrong. Quick give and go as Olsen brings it across the timeline at a minute even here in the first quarter. Armstrong leading 15-13, looking to add on before the quarter break. Bartolovic with it, and then an offensive foul down low, a turnover for Armstrong. Looks like it's going to be against Ian Olsen. Wasn't able to see what he did down low, but either way, it's an offensive foul. Indiana a chance to tie it or maybe even take the lead with a three-point play prior to the end of the first quarter. Isaac Nygren with it. Looking right, instead looks to the left, and he then finds Jaden Petrovic. Driving the right lane. Picks up his dribble. Trying something. A little finger roll. Can't get it to fall in. Loose ball underneath, and it's Regal who comes up with it. 31 seconds. He's playing hard by Trevor Todd, and he's going to foul him. And here comes some free throws. Indiana, 5 team fouls here in the first quarter. First of the night for Trevor Todd. So Riggle to the line to shoot a couple free throws. First of 2 on its way, and it's no good on the first attempt.
25 is
Jaden Oliver, who normally wears number 12, is wearing number 25 tonight. And Riggle will try to salvage at least one. The second attempt. And that one's good. 16-13. On the opposite end. And a turnover for Indiana. Not too sure what happened. I'm thinking maybe Trevor Todd stepped on the baseline, and I don't know. That hard to tell from up here. Either way, Armstrong ball. It's another turnover for Indiana. That is their fourth. Ian Olsen will take it across the timeline on the left side. Matched up with Isaac Nygren, nearing half court. Almost got him to bite back at the half court line. Nothing there, though. Olsen, after defense trades off assignments, he's going to dish it off to Velasic on the right. Now Riggle, 4-3 from the left side. It's no good. Hunter Martin, who was seated on the seat of his pants, came up with the rebound, couldn't fire it to Trevor Todd in time, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Armstrong, they were trailing 13-6, but they went on a 7-0 run toward the closing minutes, and they lead at 16-13 at the end of one at an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD.
The engineering firm of Young & Associates is proud to sponsor high school athletics. With offices in Indiana, Katanning, and Johnstown, Young & Associates is a full-service engineering, surveying, and design firm for private, public, and municipal entities, covering Western Pennsylvania, delivering solutions in a timely and cost-competitive manner. To see how they can be of service to you, go online to WJYAengineers.com.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. The same can be said for the game of life. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, income, renters, motorcycles, and IRAs? When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency can develop a game plan just for you. For a comprehensive insurance review, call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, 1359 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, because it's always something.
Classic Hits 1450.
WDAD.
First set of 8 here as we enter quarter number 2. Armstrong ahead of Indiana 16-13. Little Indians with the ball to start things off. They only trail 3. Armstrong some momentum after a 7-0 run to end that first quarter after the final 2 minutes. A quick give and go to Nygren. Defense collapses on him. Jaden Petrovic from the arc for 3. It's no good, and then it sails over the backboard out of bounds. Good shot selection by Petrovic, just a little too far right. Jake Slobodnik joining you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. Garrett Clark, our studio engineer tonight. 7:40 to go in the first half. It's 16-13. Armstrong with the lead over Indiana. On the opposite end, quick ball movement. Olsen finds Riggle up top. To the right, here's Zepp. Trying to drive, but cut off by Stanford Webb. Going up top to Velasic. Trying to drive inward. Passing from the top of the key to Olsen. Looking down low. Here's Bartolovic back up top to Velasic. Driving the right baseline, dishes to a wide open Bartolovic. Goes up hard from the right, and it's an easy bucket for him. 18-13. Armstrong with the lead.
2 points.
Indiana taking their time, bringing it across timeline. Evan Brocious to Hunter Martin to the left side for Isaac Nygren up top. Back to Martin. It sails through his hands. Brocious saves it, goes off the defender, and somehow stays in bounds. Armstrong will get a free ball. 5 turnovers for Indiana. They finish that first quarter with 4. Ben Bartolovic, it's a tip pass. He ends up with it somehow. Ball's just flying everywhere down low. Jack Velasic with it, finding Ian Olsen. Driving, dishes to the left corner for Riggle. For 3, it's no good. Velasic with the rebound. He comes flying in. Ball's ripped out of his hands. And a scrum for the ball. Possession arrow points toward Armstrong. Tristan Redinger enters the floor for Indiana. 5 points that first quarter. Stanford Webb will have a seat. Ian Olsen with it. And from the corner left. Shot is no good by Velasic. Tristan Redinger with the ball. 6:19 to go here in the first half. Dishing to the right side, Petrovic. Back up top, Redinger. They're going to regroup. Opts to take it to the left. Hunter Martin with it up top. Here's Nygren. To the right, here's Brocious. Quick dish down low to Nygren, and it sails too far to his right. Turnover, Indiana. 6:02 to go in the first half. We'll have some special guests for you here coming up in just a little bit. Ian Olsen with it off the inbound pass from Jacob Zepp. To the right side here. Velasic from the right elbow pulls up for an 18-footer. It's no good. Loose ball. Redinger comes down with a rebound. Now, Redinger has earned every minute that he's played so far tonight. 5 points, couple rebounds as well. Petrovic with it. Redinger takes his place in the corner. Wow, some contact, no whistle though. 5 count begins, and they fire to Brocious on the near side. Working right to left, Indiana. Brocious dishing it down low to Nygren. Goes up hard from the left side, and he gets the bucket. It's 18-15. Breaks a scoring drought that Indiana's on since the middle part of the first quarter. And the Webb brothers will reclaim their spot at the scorer's table. They'll enter on the next stoppage. Here's Riggle down low to Bartolovic. He goes up hard from the baseline, no good, and he's got some words for Petrovic. Brocious to the foul line for Nygren. Fakes the give. Now looking for Redinger, nothing there. Dishes it up top to Petrovic. Doesn't take the screen. Dishes it back. Evan Brocious had an open 3, doesn't take it though. Defense collapses. Petrovic fakes a 3 from the corner, nothing there. Fires it across court to Redinger. Pulls up 3 ball. No good off the back iron. Riggle's going to take it himself on a 3-2 disadvantage. He'll circle it back out. Zepp with it to Olsen. Left side, here's Velasic. Back up top. Olsen will regroup. Now to Zepp. Riggle by himself for 3, and it's swirled in off the backboard and in. And Armstrong ahead 23-15. And we'll take a timeout. 23-15 the score. Armstrong ahead. 4:23 to go in the half on WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
WDAD Indiana.
4:23 to go in the first half. It's 23-15. Armstrong with the lead. They were trailed by as many as 7 points in the middle goings of the first quarter, and they have fought back. They ended the first quarter on a 7-0 run. Added another to open the quarter. After one by Indiana, they've come back to score 5 unanswered. Indiana with the ball at the timeout. Tristan Redinger with it, dishing it to the left post for Aaron Webb. It's no good. 7th turnover by the Little Indians. Armstrong will go back to work. Hey, coming up at halftime, we'll have the girls basketball coach Michael Franciscus and our good and associates, good player of the game, Bella Antonisi, as we recap the girls' win over Hempfield that happened just a short time ago. Bartolovic with it. Here's Riggle up top. Matched up with Brocious, and a wide open underneath is Ian Olsen. Fakes a shot and goes up hard from the right side, and it is good. Double-digit lead for Armstrong. Right side, here's Aaron Webb. Step back three coming. It's no good. A little too short. And into the hands of Bartolovic. Cross half court. Here's Ian Olsen. To the right for Jacob Zepp. Redinger sticking to him pretty tightly, but he finds some space. He goes up hard from the left. Shot's no good. Stanford Webb tips into the hands of Isaac Nygren. And here's Redinger up top. Looking to the right for Evan Brocious. Takes the center lane. Ball comes out. Redinger ends up with it. He takes a three ball. It's off the front iron. Loose ball corralled by Ian Olsen. Almost lost it, but he's able to spin out of danger at the 3-minute mark. Down on the opposite end, it's Jacob Zepp. 27-15, Armstrong creating some separation. They lead by 12, their biggest lead of the night. Brocious step back, 18-foot jumper, no good. And Bartolovic saves it, but so does Redinger. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Olsen. 2-on-2 for Armstrong. They go up hard off the left side, no good. Velasic on the putback, and he draws the foul, and we will have a timeout. 2:37 to go in the first half of play, and we'll have foul shots when we come back. 27-15, Armstrong with the lead. And we'll be back in just a moment here on WDAD.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Hey, Indiana High sports fans, Gooden Associates Insurance Agency is just like you. They support Indiana High sports too. They're also proud to live in Indiana, where they help families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. Don't drop the ball. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Gooden Associates Insurance Agency is located at 1801 Philadelphia Street. It's good sense to have good insurance. Go Indiana High Little Indians. AM 1450 WDAD.
Looking across the Renda Media Sports Network, halftime update from the Homer Dome. It's West Shamokin 24, Homer Center 22, and Heritage Conference boys basketball action. That game being broadcast on our affiliate station, WCCS. Right here on WDAD, the nightcap of a girl-boy doubleheader. 27-15, the Armstrong Riverhawks with the lead over Indiana. Jake Slobodnik joining you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People forward banking. Come back off the timeout. Jack Velasic to the line to shoot a pair. 2:37 to go in the first half. And the first of two is good. Again, a reminder, coming up at the halftime intermission, we'll talk with girls head coach Michael Franciscus and our good associates, good player of the game for that game, Bella Antonisi. 2-2 trip. It's 29-15 Armstrong. They're running away with it here in the late goings of the second. Tristan Redinger bringing the ball across half court, finding Evan Brocious. Quick give to Stanford Webb. Looking left, picks up his dribble from the foul line to Brocious for three, and he sinks it. 29-18, Indiana gets a little bit of a spark off the three ball by Evan Brocious. And on the opposite end, Armstrong almost answered right back with a breakaway layup, but Mark Hollinger comes down with a rebound, and he's fouled almost instantaneously. Fouls on Elijah Wiles. That's his first, and Armstrong's first of the quarter. Again, a reminder, we have Penguins hockey on our sister station, U92.5 FM. Last we heard a 1-0 lead for the Pens over the Carolina Hurricanes. Evan Brocious with it across half court. Stanford Webb thought about taking a long-range 3-0 there. Under 2 minutes at 1:55 to go. Aaron Webb with it. Back to Stanford. Curry three coming, and he sinks it. Indiana's back into it. 29-22. 21, excuse me. On the opposite end, Riggle for three. Trying to answer back, nothing there. Brocious rips it out of thin air. 1:36 to go. Evan Brocious. Little shake and bake from the center lane. Shot no good. Collinger comes down with the rebound. Dishes it out to Aaron Webb. Almost had a three, but the defense responds accordingly. Goes up hard and draws the foul at 1:22. Wasn't a clean shot, but Webb just trying to draw the shooting foul, and that he does. He'll go to the line to shoot two. And the foul is charged to Jack Velasic, his second, and Armstrong's second. Webb to the line, Aaron that is, to shoot two. I think it was the first Indiana free throw attempt of the night. First of two on its way, and Aaron sinks it. Zepp back out on the floor for Armstrong as well as Bartolovic. Looking to make it 2 for 2 and make this a 6-point game. Webb fires up the second, and it's good. 29-23. Aaron Webb sinks both free throw opportunities. 1:17 to go. Ian Olsen with it, matched up with Redinger. Looking to the left, almost poking it free from Zepp is Aaron Webb, but he corrals it. Dishing it to the right. Ben Bartolovic over to the left side, faking a three is Wiles, almost loses it, matched up with Stanford Webb. It's a high ball, but Riggle comes down with it. 55 seconds to play. It's a 6-point game. Indiana drawing closer. They still have a lot of work to do. Olsen with it, matched up with Collinger from the right side. Here's Zepp, loses the ball. Aaron Webb trying to fight for it. Oh, and then some arms being thrown, and Aaron Webb's going to have a few words for Zepp. Jump ball called, Indiana ball. And Zepp staring down Aaron Webb. Brocious firing it to Stanford Webb. 41 seconds to play in the second quarter. If Indiana can drain a three here, bring it within three before the half, it'll be a big-time moment for them after 2 quarters of play. And then a 5-second violation on Evan Brocious. Turnover for Indiana. So with 30.9 seconds, Armstrong leads it 29-23. They go back to work looking to continue to add some separation. Olsen with it to the right side. Here's Elijah Wiles. And Redinger tries poking it free, but instead he's going to get a little too close. It's going to be a defensive foul on him. Velasic back onto the floor. And Hunter Martin returns to the floor for the final 18.4.
His second, team second.
And then a defensive foul as soon as the ball is thrown inbounds by Hunter Martin. Nygren and Petrovic back out on the floor for Indiana. And now Trevor Todd, a late substitution. Anybody else want to get in on the action? Off the inbound pass, here is Riggle. Little dump-off pass. Nygren breaks it up. Ball's loose, and it's handed off to Todd, and then he turns it over. He took a few too many steps, and Coach Greg Lozanik not happy at the mistake. 14.3 to go in the second quarter. Riggle off the inbound pass. That is coming. Now pass, he finds Vlasic. Looking to create something on the right side over to Riggle. 10 seconds to play here in the half. Ian Olsen crossing over from the left side, goes up hard, loses the ball. Collinger fighting for the rebound, and it's going to be out of bounds at 0.1 seconds. And they're going to say Armstrong ball, so it's going to be they're going to have to get rid of it quickly as soon as the ball's in the air. Try to create something underneath. Alley-oop, it's no good. That brings us to the end of the half. 29-23, Armstrong over Indiana. And we're back in a moment with our halftime report. Next on WDAD.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. The same can be said for the game of life. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, income, renters, motorcycles, and IRAs? When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency can develop a game plan just for you. For a comprehensive insurance review, call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, 1359 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, because it's always something.
I can't take this cold anymore.
I feel like I'll never be warm again.
Just close your eyes and picture the beach.
I can almost hear the ocean.
Hey guys, sorry to barge in on your daydream.
Whoa, wait, is this real? Who are you?
I'm your friendly S&T banker. And no, this isn't real, but it could be. You could escape this cold and head for a tropical adventure with S&T Home Equity Total Line of Credit. Just stop daydreaming and get planning your dream vacation.
Let's go!
S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Luther Ford, make the holidays bright with huge savings on a new Ford. Right now, lease a new 2023 Ford Explorer XLT all-wheel drive, now just $499 a month. Or drive off in a new 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E, now only $599 a month. Both no money down. Wow, that will make your holiday bright. Luther Ford, 2 locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. Ask for details.
Classic Hits 1450.
WDAD. And we welcome you back to 5th Street Gym at the half. The Indiana boys trailing Armstrong 29-23. We'll go more about that game in a little bit, but right now let's focus back to the girls' game. A big 49-38 win over the Hempfield Spartans. And joining us now in the S&T Bank broadcast booth, Coach Michael Franciscus and our good associates, good player of the game, Bella Antonacci. We'll start with head coach Franciscus. Let's get the bad out of the way, Coach. Turnovers plagued you guys that second half. Was it something maybe, did the girls get too complacent? Was it, was it something that Hempfield did that, maybe caught you guys off guard? What happened there?
I think Hempfield came out in the second half and had a very strong plan to put pressure on us and, make us feel uncomfortable. And at the end of the day, we played well enough and composed enough to win the game, but we definitely, have to, play with the lead, a little bit better there. But at the end of the day, the game never got out of hand. Okay, we did a really good job of, getting better throughout the time because we knew Hempfield is a very good team. Right. They play good defense, and they were going to come out ready to go. And we told them at halftime they're going to come out ready to go. Up by 21 means nothing. It's 0-0, and we go back out there, and we just had to make sure we stay composed. At the end of the day, we got better throughout the second half and put ourselves in a good position to finish it. With very strong discipline and great teamwork, and I was at the end of the day happy with how we finished.
Especially in that first half. You got to be impressed. A 7-0 run in that first quarter. You carried a 19-0 run throughout the second quarter. Again, another big second quarter for you guys. It's just a common theme. Really, your offense helped out in that first half, and then the defense stepped up in the second. Before we move on and talk about that, I want to ask just how is Addie Hutton?
Addie's good.
Addie's good. All right.
Yeah.
I saw her walking around afterward, but wanted to just ask. But that first half, you guys were explosive on offense.
Yeah, we had a very strong start on offense. We hit a lot of shots. We had a lot of, really good flashes, really good ball movement, really good player movement. We always talk about that. We were ready to handle whatever Hempfield threw at us in the first half. In the second half, like I said, we had to play under pressure. Hempfield played well. Seriously, they're a very good team. They played well. They hit a lot of tough shots. We adjusted our defense accordingly, and at the end of the day, we rebounded, protected the ball just enough, and rebounded very well and played good enough defense to put ourselves in a position to win.
Player to your left there, Bella Antonacci. We mentioned in the pregame, you said how confident you were in her leading the troops on and off the court, and it showed again tonight in a 16-point performance. She was our good associates, good player of the game. Really, she just had a good lead of the offense out there and kept the team mentally inside the game.
Yeah, you said it. Bella's a leader, and she was in every timeout making sure her teammates were mentally ready to go and composed to make sure we were able to hold that lead. Because at the end of the day, We were playing a little bit flustered at times, but, having Bella with her composure and leadership out there, she really did control the game for us. And that's what I was telling her to do, is make sure, when we go out there, control the game. That's what she did for us. So those 16 points were big, but her game control was even bigger.
6 straight wins for you guys. Through first 7 games, that's just unbelievable in a good aspect, especially for, as I keep mentioning, a new system, a new coach, several new players stepping up. How does this sort of set the tone for what you got ahead in section play in January?
Well, I think first off, we have to focus on Hempfield again. It's our next game on Thursday. We play Hempfield again, and we play the Trobe on Friday. So 2 teams we played before that both gave us tough games, that are very talented, and we definitely have to focus on, being prepared to, win those 2 games again. And we know that we can, but we know it's going to be tough because, we have, Hempfield and Latrobe again, and, they both did not play their best games against us. They're very talented teams, and they played well. But we know we're going to get their best shot coming back around again. And as far as section play goes throughout January, it's going to be a grind, but we are ready for it, and we will be prepared for every game.
Coach, before you go, I got to ask, because I'm very intrigued. I like the way you dress for the game. Women go crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Collection of suits, is it a range of colors, or do you try to coordinate this suit for this game? Just take me through your style, because I dig it. A periwinkle suit tonight. We've seen the pink, the forest green. I just love the style here.
We got a collection of suits. We have 14 of them, all different colors. We'll try and match the ties with them, to get some different combinations of different shirt and tie. But at the end of the day, it's just for fun, and I like to look good for the games and make sure that I show professionalism and respect for the sport that I love so much. Really show respect for the sport, and to show my players that it means a lot that I have the opportunity to coach them, and that these games are important, and I need to dress for the importance of them, but also have a little fun with it as well.
You got a Christmas one at home?
No, I keep solid colors.
Well, maybe Cassie can hook you up with Josh at the 700 shop to get you one. But, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you, Jake.
Best of luck going forward. Can't wait to see you next year. And go ahead, head your headset off over to Bella Antonesi. We'll get her
Definitely.
thoughts.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. And we're welcoming Bella Antonesi to the broadcast booth now. Bella, take me through that game. 49-38, the final score. You guys built enough of a lead in that first half to really play defensively strong the second half. But Hempfield just wouldn't go away. Take me through your thoughts out there on the court.
Yeah, definitely at halftime, we knew that they were going to come back aggressive, because they're a big school and we're smaller than them, and they're off to a good start too. So just had to come in with the mindset of protecting the ball and playing disciplined, like Coach tells us. And we just got a little frantic there in the third quarter, but we came back, kept the lead, and kept scoring. It was nice.
6 straight wins, and I've mentioned it with Coach multiple times. A lot of questions surrounded you guys this season, but you and Cassie have really stepped up as the senior leaders, and you've helped lead sort of this young core for the Indiana High program. And we see it out there time in and time again. How have you guys sort of helped lead the younger core, especially all the sophomores that see in-game action? Yeah,
definitely. Definitely in practice, we are bonding well. We are all focused. We work hard, and I know that they're playing for us and we're playing for them. They know that we're the seniors, and we've been waiting for this year, and they're ready to step up, and they've stepped up well. And Cassie coming back from injury early this season, and stepping in and having a big role, scoring points, getting really important rebounds. It's been great. I'm glad I get to play with her still. I'm glad she came back, and we're just trying to do our best to lead them, especially the sophomores, because most of them have not played varsity before, and they're showing up real well.
What's Coach Franciscus been like? I know he's standing right behind me, so I'm trying to word this question very carefully. But what's it like, sort of playing under his wing this year? Going from Coach Peterson last year to Coach Franciscus this year, there's a difference in play styles there. What's it like been playing for him?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of preparation now. Excuse me. And we're really focused in practice, and we take in every word he says. I mean, he really emphasizes discipline and protecting the ball and working hard, and that's what we do. We give him 100% effort, and everyone has really bought into his system, and we love coming to practice every day, and we're showing up.
I know you guys got a couple more games before you head into section play in January, but what does this sort of win sort of set the tone like? I know you face Hempfield again soon, but the final, I guess, regular season game of 2023, how's that sort of set the tone moving forward?
Yeah, we're excited for section play. We're 2-0 in the section right now, so that's really good for us. Beat some tough teams with Kiski and Penn Hills, but we're excited moving forward, and we're ready to game plan for them again and the other teams in the section, because we know we got tough battles ahead. So
Bella, congrats on the win. Congrats on the winning streak. It's going to be exciting following you guys throughout the rest of the season. Can't wait to see what you guys do next year. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
That's Bella Antonacci of the Indiana High Little Indians. We'll take a timeout, come back with third quarter action. Well, actually, we'll keep it right here. We used up the entire halftime break. Thank you, Belly. And we'll keep it right here. A little behind, but it's no harm, no foul. And 29-23 the half. I didn't expect that to eat up the entire halftime show, but of course it did. So we're ready for the third quarter between Indiana and Armstrong here. 29-23 the score. As we get set, Armstrong will start off with the ball. Riggle will inbound it in front of the spectators. Olsen with it, going left to right now, and that's poked free by Aaron Webb. Indiana only trails by 6. They trailed by a lot more. Corner three from Stanford. Webb on the opposite end. It's no good. Olsen fouled on the rebound by Tristan Redinger. As I was saying, Indiana trailed by as much as 14 that first half. But then a late run, 2 3-pointers, and then 2 free throws toward the end of the second quarter helped bring their deficit within 6. A much more manageable position here in the third quarter on the opposite end. Riggle faking a shot on the right corner. Olsen up top, 7:39 to go in the third quarter. Zepp faking a shot. To the left with Velasic. He pops a three. It's no good. A loose ball. Brocious in between 2 defenders. Steals it away, and now Aaron Webb taking the cross-court pass. Indiana will go back to work. Stanford Webb with it. Up top to Evan Brocious. Driving, the shot is going to be negated, although it would have been good, as Brocious was fouled on the pass attempt. Fouls on Isaiah Riggle. That's the first foul for Armstrong this quarter. 47 seconds in. Brocious inbounds the ball. Quick give back from Aaron Webb to Brocious to Stanford Webb for 3. Loose ball corralled by Nygren. Dishes in for Redinger, who was cutting, so it's going to go out of bounds. Turnover for Indiana. Definitely a stronger offensive drive for Indiana that time, but results in no points. 29-23, the 7-minute mark here in quarter number 3. Velasic with it to the left side. Now driving is Zepp. He goes up hard from the left. Off the glass, it's no good. A loose ball. Zepp keeps it and fires it right to Tristan Redinger. Indiana with it. Aaron Webb from the right post puts up a floater. It's no good. Stanford Webb fighting for the rebound. So is Tristan Redinger. But it's going to be Isaiah Riggle coming up with it. A quick 2-on-1 for Armstrong. Ball's loose, and who got it? It's Indiana. Isaac Nygren with it. 2-on-1 for Indiana. Webb on the opposite end. Can't make the layup. Brocious on the offensive board. Somehow controls it. Indiana will regroup. Missed opportunity by Webb. Redinger from the left side. For 3. No good. And another loose ball. Redinger with it from the left elbow, and then a foul. They're going to say it's on Stanford Webb, but I didn't see anything from up here. Turnover, Indiana. 6:16 to go in the third quarter. 29-23, almost 2 minutes in, and we have no points this third quarter. The Little Indians with a full court press, and the give right to Brocious. Turnover Armstrong, and Indiana doesn't score off of it. Webb, though, trying to fight for the rebound, and he does. Stanford Webb, 3 ball coming, no good off the inside iron. And then a collision near the Indiana bench, and it's going to be a foul on Stanford Webb. Well, Indiana has had their chances here in the opening minutes of the third, just nothing falling for them. 6 minutes to go in the third. It's 29-23 Indiana. I apologize, 29-23 Armstrong. Cross-court pass, they break the press. Velasic driving the center lane. Dishing it down low to the right side for Hunter Cogley. And it's out of bounds. Armstrong ball, last touched by Indiana. Inbound pass. Shot is no good. And then now the third attempt by Cogley is good. And then a foul. Oh, and then a delay warning on Armstrong. 31-23 the score in favor of Armstrong. Evan Brocious to Stanford Webb. To the right for Redinger for three. Looked good out of the hands. A little too far to the right, though. And Armstrong comes down with the rebound. They go back to work. Firing it up court. Almost tipped away by Tristan Redinger. It's out of bounds. It is tipped, but it's not by Redinger. It's out of bounds on Vlasic. Redinger came flying out of nowhere to try and get in the way, and from a visual perspective, he did. 5:23 to go in the third. Indiana with the ball down 8, 31-23. Left to right across the tie line is Stanford Webb. To the right side, Aaron Webb wide open for three, and no good. It trickled around the rim, nothing there. A fight for the ball, jump ball called. Indiana will get possession. Ian Olsen initially came down with it, but three Indiana players crashed around him, got their hands on the ball. Here's Hunter Martin on the inbound, finds Isaac Nygren. Hard off the right side, too hard off the glass, and it falls into the hands of Ben Bartolovic, and he goes down. I think he twisted his ankle. And we'll take an injury timeout. 5:04 to go in the third. 31-23 Armstrong over Indiana on WDAD.
Life's challenges can sometimes catch us off guard, but at Marion Center Bank, we believe in safeguarding your financial future. Introducing Ultimate ID Plus, a powerful fraud protection service that offers you peace of mind like never before. Ultimate ID Plus also keeps a vigilant eye on your social media identity and your driver's license, preventing fraudulent activities. Contact your local branch office or visit us at marioncenterbank.com for more information. Marion Center Bank, member FDIC.
WDAD Indiana.
Isaiah Riggle off the injury timeout, nails a three from the corner. 34-23. Back with you in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. Opposite end, Evan Brocious driving. It's tipped by Riggle and out of bounds. Indiana with the ball. Bartolovic was able to walk off, but he's getting seen right now. Doesn't seem too serious, but, can't guess anything. Inbound pass finds Nygren. Now to the right corner for Brocious, who drains a three. 34-26. Armstrong still out in front. Then on the opposite end, long range two by Vlasic. 36-26. On the opposite end now, Aaron Webb for three. Shots falling from all sides of the court. 36-29 Armstrong with the lead, 4:14 to go here in quarter number three. Ian Olsen looking for the right side, stripped away by Aaron Webb, and then he's driven into the scores table, and he sends Chuck Glasser with him. They're going to charge that foul to Ian Olsen. Second foul for Armstrong of the quarter. And that's his second personal foul. Stanford Webb inbounds, or gets the inbound pass from Evan Brocious. Here's Tristan Redinger. Isaac Nygren directing traffic, finding Evan Brocious up top. It's a loose ball, and it's going to be a foul, but on who? It's going to be on Armstrong's Hunter Cogley. And then we have a timeout on the action. 36-29, Armstrong over Indiana on an IRMC High School Sports Night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth here on WDAD.
Hello, this is Jay
And Shannon.
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
AM 1450 WDAD.
3:55 to go in the third quarter. It's 36-29. Armstrong over Indiana, but the Little Indians with the ball and looking to make it another bucket after a three-pointer by Aaron Webb brought this score within 7. Stanford Webb with it across half court, finding Evan Brocious. Bartolovic heading into the trainer's room. Looking to rehab that ankle. Brocious driving the right side, no clearing. He'll bounce it right back out. Looking to the left, Stanford Webb, back to Brocious. Now to the right side for Aaron Webb. Looking for Nygren down low. Ill-advised pass. Nygren was not expecting it, and then timeout called by Armstrong. 3:27 to go in the third quarter. It's 36-29 Armstrong over Indiana on an IRMC High School Sports Night, WDAD.
Hey, Indiana High sports fans, Good & Associates Insurance Agency is just like you. They support Indiana High sports too. They're also proud to live in Indiana, where they help families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. Don't drop the ball. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Good & Associates Insurance Agency is located at 1801 Philadelphia Street. It's good sense to have good insurance. Go Indiana High Little Indians.
Classic Hits 1450.
WDAD. 3:27 to go in the third quarter. 36-29 Armstrong over Indiana. The Riverhawks with it. Jacob Zepp with it, and then he loses the ball. He dribbled it off his foot, and it goes into his bench. Unorthodox way of turning the ball over, but Indiana will take it, and so will the home supporters. Evan Brocious will take it out in front of the Riverhawks bench, giving it to Stanford Webb. Little Indians trail by 7. Stanford Webb almost pickpocketed, finding his brother on the right side. Aaron looking down low to Renninger. Another ill-advised pass, but it bounces right back to Aaron. Now to Nygren, looking in the right post. Driving. Dishes it out, Renninger. Here's up top for Stanford Webb. Over to the left, Evan Brocious. Driving, back to Stanford. 4-3 from the head-on spot. It's no good. Isaiah Riggle coming down with a rebound. Nygren tried knocking it out of his hands, but to no avail. On the right side is Zepp, taking the screen set by Velasic. Cogley with it up top. And now Ian Olsen driving the center lane. He goes up hard. No, a nice dish to the right side corner for Riggle, and he drops it in from 3 range. 39-29. Isaiah Riggle has been dead-eye from 3-point range tonight. Stanford Webb finding Aaron Webb on the left side, looking to answer with a 3 of his own, and he does. 39-32. And on the opposite end, a defensive foul by Tristan Redinger. That scorer's table taking a beating tonight.
Fouls on White, 22. Tristan Redinger.
That's the 4th team foul for Indiana. Trevor Todd and Mark Collinger in. Actually, it's Redinger's 4th foul, so he'll stay out on the floor as Isaac Nygren and Evan Brocious have a seat. Isaiah Riggle to inbound, and he does. Quick little give and go from Olsen back to Riggle, back to Olsen up top. Looking on the left side, nothing there. Over to the right. There's Cogley. Faking the shot. Riggle driving the right. It's no good. And in and out of the hands of Jack Velasic. 6th turnover for Armstrong here this half. Hunter Martin back on the floor. 2 minutes even to go in the third quarter. 39-32. 7-point lead for Armstrong. Trevor Todd, who subbed in just a few seconds ago, brings the ball across, finding Redinger up top. Taking it to the left. It'll give to Aaron Webb. Step back 3 from the left corner. It's no good. Fighting for the rebound. 3 players. Who's it off? They're going to say it's off Tristan Redinger. Indians will stay up and play a full court press. 1 man in the back court. They try to break something open. They pass the give to Velasic. Fires it up court. Looking for Zepp, and he finds him over to the left corner for Riggle. Tries saving it, and he was out of bounds. Turnover for Armstrong. Little by little, Indiana showing improvement from Tuesday's game against Kiski area. Jaden Oliver will return to the floor for Armstrong. Defensively, they're forcing Armstrong into making mistakes, but not getting any shots to fall offensively. A minute and a half to go in the third quarter, 39-32, the lead. Tristan Redinger with a handoff for 3. It's no good. He flies in for the rebound. It's into Collinger's hands. And now Aaron Webb, step back 3 from the arc. It's no good. And Collinger tries saving it. It's a loose ball. Armstrong ends up with it. Oliver bringing it across, a loose ball. Armstrong still has it. Riggle from the left, over to the right. Velasic trying to drive. Instead, he opts to go to Riggle from on the arc on the left, and then a reach-in foul called on Indiana. Hunter Martin's second foul of the game. 5th for Indiana. Riggle will go to the line to shoot 2. Riggle fires the first of 2 up, and it's in. Currently an 8-point game, looking to make it a 9 with this free throw, and he can. It's off the front of the rim, but coming down with it, Hunter Cogley. Armstrong goes back to work under a minute, 55 seconds to go in the third. 40-32 the score in favor of Armstrong. Jaden Oliver with it up top. Here is Velasic. Armstrong will just hold it, wasting some time. Olsen matched up with Aaron Webb. He's all over him. And he's able to dance out of danger and fire it off to Velasic. Looking right, nothing there. He's going to take a couple of dribbles. Bounce it up top to Olsen. Lost it for the moment, corrals it. Driving that left lane, and then he's going to get fouled. And that's going to be on Tristan Redinger, and his day is done. Oh, no, he's actually lucky. That's going to be on Aaron Webb. But that's Aaron's third of the game. Ian Olsen to the line to shoot 2. With the conversion of it, it could be a double-digit game. Front end up, and it's good. Aaron Webb will have a seat, so will Tristan Redinger. Jaden Petrovic and Isaac Nygren out on the floor. Reminder, this is our last Indiana High basketball broadcast of 2023. Next time we're with you is January 4th when the Indiana girls battle Gateway here at 5th Street Gym. 7:30 tip-off. The back end of 2 hits. It's a 10-point game, 42-32. Trevor Todd up court finds Hunter Martin. Martin picks up his dribble at the left elbow. Over to Petrovic, up top to Collinger. 13 seconds to go in the third quarter. A little dump off to Trevor Todd. Fires it to the corner for Petrovic, almost out of his reach, but he's able to stick his mid out and bring it in. Hunter Martin pulls up at 1 second. No good off the back iron, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Indiana's made it interesting, but Armstrong has held strong. And at the end of 3, our score, the Riverhawks 42, Indiana 32. Fourth quarter of action coming your way next on WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine. In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. The same can be said for the game of life. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, income, renters, motorcycles, and IRAs? When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency can develop a game plan just for you. For a comprehensive insurance review, call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, 1359 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, because it's always something.
WDAD, Indiana.
Ready for the fourth quarter of action from 5th Street Gym inside our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. 42-32 Armstrong with the lead here in this WPIAL boys matchup. Armstrong will get the ball to start things off here in the final frame. Working right to left across your radio dial or listening device. Inbound pass. Finds his way to Ian Olsen. Spins out of danger. Matched up with Evan Brocious. Fires it to Isaiah Riggle, who's wide open for 3, and he drains it. Isaiah Riggle has been nonstop from three-point land all night long. It's 45-32. And now Stanford Webb up top. Ball's almost poked free, but then Ian Olsen tagged with a defensive foul. We have a third for Olsen tonight. Evan Brocious taking the inbound pass from Stanford Webb. 7:30 to go in regulation. Aaron Webb with it on the right. Dishes to Brocious, faking a shot. Instead, we'll take a couple of dribbles, working on the right. Here's Aaron Webb, dishing it to Stanford Webb. Thought about a three, nothing there. Aaron putting up a fake. Little floater from the left elbow, and he finds the mark. 45-34. Ian Olson across half court. Down low to Zepp, who drives the left lane. Shot no good. Evan Brocious comes down with it. Aaron Webb across half court to the right for Petrovic. Up top, Webb faking a three, trying to cross over, but then he turns the ball over. A little too far out in front of him. That's just the third turnover this half for Indiana. Driving, little give off down low to Bartolovic, and then Aaron Webb got his hands on the ball. Jump ball called, and Indiana will get possession. .6:40 to go in the game, and Evan Brocious across half court slows things down for the moment. Up top to the foul line is Nygren. Out to Stanford Webb to Petrovic. To the left side for Webb. Aaron, that is. Contested shot from the left. Shot no good. Brocious fakes a three. Driving the center lane. Shot too short, and it's going to end up in the hands of Bartolovic. 6:20 to go. Isaac Nygren, as Ian Olson crosses half court, will foul him. Riggle will take it out just shy of his bench. Second personal foul of the game for Isaac Nygren. Inbound pass goes to Zepp, looking up top. Nothing there. It's going to spin out of danger, trying to drive the left baseline, but he's resorted to push it back out. Ian Olson with it, looking to the left, nothing there. Now opts to the right for Zepp. Matched up heavily by Aaron Webb. Webb's got to be careful. He's got 3 personal fouls tonight. Bartolovic over to the right side. Here's Velasic, matched up with Stanford Webb. 5:50 to go in the game. Finds a little bit of clearing, nothing there. Olson coming in for the rebound, uncontested. Fires into the backcourt, and Aaron Webb was trying to save it, but he's just going to wisely let that one roll out of bounds. Another turnover for Armstrong. They now have 9 this half after finishing the first half with just 3. Tristan Redinger returns to the floor for Jaden Petrovic. Off the inbound, Brocious finds Nygren. Looking for a handoff to Stanford Webb. He finds him. A little bit of clearing on the left. Wide open mid-range J. It's no good. Webb follows his shot. Second chance, no good. Nygren fighting for the rebound among 3 Armstrong Riverhawks. One had his right arm. And they're going to check on Isaac Nygren, make sure he's okay. He is, and he's going to get tagged with a foul. Off the inbound pass. Velasic brings it across half court. Now Riggle again for 3. This one he misses. A rare miss from Riggle tonight. And Indiana, trailing by 11, has the ball once again on offense. Brocious looking for Aaron Webb. Ball's poked free for the moment. Almost ran into the official. Aaron Webb, though, ends up with it. Driving that right baseline, he's going to be fouled by Velasic.
Flag 15. Velasic, ball out of bounds. His third, team second. This quarter.
Inbound pass to Aaron Webb, back to Brocious, back to Stanford. Thought about a 3, but he's going to drive the right lane. Goes up for a shot. It's no good. Loose ball. Who's it off of? I'm going to say off of Indiana. And that'll get a collective groan from the home support. Zepp returns to the floor. Ian Olson with it, finding Velasic on the near side. Going right to left. Handoff goes to Zepp, and he's stuffed by Stanford Webb, and he's going to let him hear about it. He did the too little motion, and he's lucky he didn't get teed up for that. And now some jawing going on the court between Brian Kovalevsky. No whistles. Armstrong maintains possession. Ian Olson with it. Elijah Wiles, who checked in off the stoppage, will find Olson once again, this time up top. 4:40 to go in regulation. Olson fakes to the right, goes up hard from the right, and he's going to be fouled by Stanford Webb.
Fouls on. White 1, Stanford Webb.
Indiana's third foul.
His third.
And Stanford's third.
All right, this is a shooting foul, so 4 going to line is Olson. The other shooting.
Stanford and Aaron will switch sides. Ian Olson at the line to shoot 2. First one of 2 on its way, and that one sinks through.
Mark Collinger returns.
Mark Collinger back on the floor for Stanford Webb. Olson looking to make it a perfect trip, and he doesn't. Hits off the side iron. Aaron Webb pulls down the rebound. 46-34. As Olson goes 1 for 2 at the line. Aaron Webb over to the left corner for Redinger for 3. It's no good. Zepp pulls down the rebound, hands it off to Olson, and here they go. They're gunning it up the court. Looking for the throw. It's going to be tipped out of bounds as Olson tried throwing it, but it's going to be stripped by Evan Brocious. And Armstrong calls a timeout. 4:15 to go in regulation. It's 46-34 Armstrong over Indiana. Back in a moment to our S&T Bank broadcast booth after this on WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
Life's challenges can sometimes catch us off guard, but at Marion Center Bank, we believe in safeguarding your financial future. Introducing Ultimate ID Plus, a powerful fraud protection service that offers you peace of mind like never before. Ultimate ID Plus also keeps a vigilant eye on your social media identity and your driver's license, preventing fraudulent activities. Contact your local branch office or visit us at MarionCenterBank.com for more information. Marion Center Bank, member FDIC.
AM 1450 WDAD.
4:15 to go in regulation here between Armstrong and Indiana. The Riverhawks with a 46-34 lead over the Little Indians here at 5th Street Gym. Jake Slobodnik joining you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. Olson taking the pass off the inbound. Finding Velasic, who drives the center lane, goes up hard, shot no good. Collinger jumped way too early. And it allows Armstrong to get the ball right back thanks to the efforts of Elijah Wiles. Looking to the right side, Redinger playing very tightly on Velasic. Then he breezes right by him, and then Collinger with a stuff, and he's got some words for him. He checks his mindset in just a second. And then we have a timeout on the floor once again. 3:53 to go in regulation, 46-34. Armstrong over Indiana. Back in a moment on WDAD.
I'm Jay Blues. Hutton Blues Insurance is proud to support high school basketball.
I'm Shannon. We're excited to sponsor the Hutton Blues 3-for-3 promotion again this season.
Cheer on Indiana County boys and girls to make a lot of three-point shots this season.
For every three-pointer, we'll donate $3 to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, up to $3,000.
So here's to a lot of made three-pointers and wins for our area teams.
And remember, for all of your insurance needs, think Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
The engineering firm of Young & Associates is proud to sponsor high school athletics. With offices in Indiana, Katanning, and Johnstown, Young & Associates is a full-service engineering, surveying, and design firm for private, public, and municipal entities, covering Western Pennsylvania, delivering solutions in a timely and cost-competitive manner. To see how they can be of service to you, go online to WJYAengineers.com.
Classic Hits 1450
WDAD.
46-34, Armstrong with the lead over Indiana. 3:53 to go in regulation. Indiana looking to upset the Riverhawks, while Armstrong looking to continue their hot streak. Olsen off the inbound pass at the last possible moment finds Vlasic. He drives the baseline right. He'll dish it right back out as Evan Brocious cut him off in traffic. Olsen up top, matched up with Nygren. To the left. Zepp. He's had his number called several times tonight. Instead gives it right back to Vlasic on the right side. Olsen matched up with Collinger over to the right. They're just going to keep trading it back and forth, forcing Indiana to play aggressive defense. Right side Olsen up top, matched up with Nygren. Fires it to the left corner, Riggle. Had to go out of his way to get that, and they're going to regroup up top, 3:15 to go. Vlasic driving baseline right, swirls out of the hoop, and a loose ball foul, as it looked like Zepp was going to put up a putback, and then he was fouled on it. So he'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to be on Mark Collinger.
5 is going to go to the line. Zepp, he's shooting 2.
And the first shot, no good by Zepp. Stanford Webb returns to the floor. Zepp taking his time, throws up the back end, and that one's no good. He's 0 for 2 on that trip. Collinger rips down the rebound, quickly gives it to Evan Brocious. And at 3 minutes, Indiana, they trail 12 points, 46-34 the score. Brocious over to the right for Aaron Webb. And a turnover, he picked up his dribble. Right side, Vlasic matched up with Stanford Webb, who he almost carried him on his back. Elijah Wiles on the left side finding Jacob Zepp, driving that left lane, dishing it out to Riggle, just in front of the arc. A regroup up top with 2.5 to go. Spin move by Olsen. He goes up hard from the right side. Collinger's going to get tagged with a foul.
Foul's on.
It's a second.
White 10, Collinger. Going to line is 4. Ian Olsen.
First of 2, no good. 3 straight free throw misses for Armstrong. Second of 2 sinks through, so 1 of 2 trip for Ian Olsen. 47-34. Stanford Webb just in front of the free throw line. Shot no good. Coming down with it is Isaiah Riggle. .210 to go in regulation. Olsen across the court. Riggle from beyond the arc. He'll pass it out. Vlasic to Zepp over to the left side for Olsen. They'll start back again up top. Now Aaron Webb playing aggressive defense. It's on Aaron Webb. His fourth, and that'll send Vlasic to the line to shoot 2.
Shooting 2 is going to be Jack Balasek.
Front end of 2 is good. 48-34 the score. Second of 2 on its way, and that one sinks through with ease. 49-34 after 2 straight free throws. Evan Brocious across half court, finding Stanford Webb. Curry 3 on the way. It's no good. Too far right, and Aaron Webb collides with Wiles. No whistle, though, on the rebound attempt. On the opposite end, Olsen going up hard from the left. Shots too short. Redinger comes down with the rebound for Indiana. Loose ball. Olsen's right there. Turnover for Indiana. Their 5th of the half. They'll regroup up top once again with Riggle. Loose ball, poked free by Stanford Webb. It's a foot race. 2 players fall on top of it. And Riggle will call a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 1:19 to go in regulation. 49-34 Armstrong over Indiana. Coming to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Coming up after the game, our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. We'll name our Gooden Associates Good Player of the Game. Every game, Gooden Associates, they sponsor the player of the game. We pick one player from Indiana who outshined among the rest. In the girls' game, Bella Antonacci was it? 17 points, or 16. 16, I can't even read my own handwriting. Got a final score from the Heritage Conference across our Renda Media Network in boys basketball. West Shamokin downing Homer Center 61-49. Here it's 49-34 Armstrong over Indiana. Again, next time we'll be with you will be when the calendar flips over. January 4th, Indiana girls will face Gateway here at 5th Street Gym. 7:15 airtime here on WDAD. Traveled out to Gateway last year. Not a very nice school to be at. They treated us very hospitably and really nice setup, so it'll be nice to welcome them to 5th Street Gym for a girls' basketball showcase. Riggle will inbound to Olsen. Looks like Collinger was trying to foul him, but nothing there. Minute 14 to go. Up top, Velasic trying to get rid of Stanford Webb. Doesn't do it, though. Little handoff up top to Olsen, who's matched up with Aaron Webb. At a minute to go, Olsen faking to the right, picks it up, and then fires into the Indiana student section. Clock stopped at 57.9. Good gesture down low by Armstrong's Elijah Wiles, who helps Aaron Webb up to his feet. Trevor Todd will inbound to Redinger, gives it right back to Trevor, 56 seconds and counting. Trevor Todd hands it off to Stanford Webb. Will cross over, ball's poked free, and Olsen has 2 men to beat, but there he's going to play it smart and just continue to wind down the clock. With the left, he just gives a no-look hook pass to Velasic on the right. Up top over to the left. Here's Zepp, 30 seconds to play, so Armstrong will walk away winners in this one. Olsen will head to the left. He's going to fire it out, and that'll just about do it. 14 seconds and counting. The refs just going to let them play this one out. Stanford Webb trying to foul, nothing there. They'll dish it to the corner, and they'll hold it. And that is it from 5th Street Gym. Another split for the Indiana basketball teams. The boys falling to Armstrong 49-34. Our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show is next. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first. Member FDIC. It is an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School basketball sports night on WDAD.
Sports are fun. They're exciting. They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones, IRMC and the Center for Orthopedic and Sports Medicine can get you back up and running again, or walking if that's the problem. Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
At Luther Ford, make the holidays bright with huge savings on a new Ford. Right now, lease a new 2023 Ford Explorer XLT all-wheel drive, now just $499 a month. Or drive off in a new 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E, now only $599 a month. Both no money down. Wow, that will make your holiday bright. Luther Ford, 2 locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway Evansburg. Ask for details.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. The same can be said for the game of life. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, income, renters, motorcycles, and IRAs? When was the last time you had a comprehensive insurance review? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency can develop a game plan just for you. For a comprehensive insurance review, call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, 1359 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, because it's always something.
It's time for the holidays, a time for friends and family, a time for joy and warmth, a time to share. At First Commonwealth Bank, We look forward each year to this magical season and invite you to join with us and share the warmth with friends and neighbors throughout our communities to make this a brighter, merrier season for all. I'm Dave Reed, wishing you and yours a very safe and happy holiday from all of us at First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC.
WDAD Indiana.
Back with you from 5th Street Gym on our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. The Indiana boys falling to Armstrong 49-34, and it was a much better affair for Indiana than Tuesday night. However, Armstrong had the upper hand, and really it was second half that Indiana really stepped it up. They only committed 5 turnovers while forcing Armstrong into 9. But you look at that first half, 3 turnovers for Armstrong compared to Indiana's 9, and that is the biggest difference maker. Indiana, they were strong out of the gate. They built a 5-2 lead, but Armstrong fought back and went on a 7-0 run after the final 2 minutes of the first to lead at 16-13. Then outscored Indiana in the second quarter 13-10 to lead 29-23 at the half, and they just kept chipping away, outscoring Indiana 13-9 in the third, and then just continuing to add on with 4 free throws in the fourth and a 3-pointer as well from Isaiah Riggle, leaving only 1 bucket for Indiana in the final frame, that coming from Aaron Webb, to leave the final score 49-34 in favor of the Riverhawks. Indiana dropping to 2-4, and Armstrong moving to 6-1. We'll take a look at some final stats for you. And leading the way for Indiana was Aaron Webb. He had 13 points on the night, 3 rebounds, 3 3-pointers as well. 8 points for Evan Brocious, 6 for Stanford Webb, 5 for Tristan Redinger in his first start of the season. 2 points for Isaac Nygren. No points for Mark Collinger, but he did haul in 4 rebounds. Indiana was also a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Leading all scorers was Isaiah Riggle. He knocked down 6 3-pointers en route to a 20-point performance. Jack Balasic added 11 points as well. Leading rebounder for Armstrong was Ben Bartolovic with 7 boards compared to 6 points. So the Indiana basketball teams split their Thursday night doubleheader. The girls coming away with a 49-38 win over the Hempfield Spartans, and the boys falling to Armstrong by the score of 49-34. Next time we are with you will be when Indiana, the girls, face Gateway here at 5th Street Gym on January 4th. And it feels like it's going to be forever, but don't forget, it's going to be here before you know it, because time sure moves fast. We have some people we want to thank tonight. We want to thank Garrett Clark back in our WDAD studios for helping us bring these games to you here tonight. I want to thank Laura Slobodnik, our statistician. Did a great job again tonight as always. Can't wait to see what she does again in 2024, keeping the book. And of course, we always want to thank you for tuning in tonight. I want to thank the Indiana Athletics Department for allowing us the space tonight to broadcast to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. My name is Jake Slobodnik, repeating the final scores from tonight. The Indiana girls with a 49-38 win over the Hempfield Spartans, and the boys a 49-34 loss to Armstrong. Folks, have yourself a fantastic holiday. No matter what you celebrate, Merry Christmas if you celebrate that. And Happy New Year, happy and safe New Year. Hope you're prosperous in 2024. And we will see you when the calendar flips over when Indiana girls face Gateway. For all of us here, my name is Jake Slobodnik, wishing you a very good holiday season. We'll see you in 2024 here on WDAD.
You've been listening to an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and WDADradio.com. Tonight's game was sponsored by Marion Center Bank, Hutton Blues Insurance, Indiana Regional Medical Center, Luther Ford Lincoln, S&T Bank, by Young & Associates, the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, and by First Commonwealth Bank. The proceeding has been a presentation of AM 1450 WDAD.